What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Sunday. It is the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante, and you are listening to The Get Right. Now, notice how I just said it's the baddest bitch on the block. And apparently today the block is empty because my co-hosts are nowhere to be found, okay? Lisa Stansfield voice, been around the world and I don't know where my co-hosts are, okay? I don't know what happened, but just to give you guys a brief of what I got, it sounds like Calvin turned the fuck up too hard this weekend. And you know, to my understanding, it was a very big weekend for Kelvin. Hollywood Unlocked had Wendy Williams come through. She was also in the gay club partying with the kids on Friday. I don't know what the happened on Saturday, but apparently Kelvin is fucked up, and I bet you this bitch was gnawing on them fucking edibles. You know, I think at this point it is safe to say that Kelvin may have a problem. And I really didn't want to be the bitch because I feel like it's the pot calling the kettle black, but at least I'm upfront with my shit. Kelvin is sitting here slurring, just fucking shit up. I don't know what to do. And then Chris is acting like he ain't want to wake him up. I'm like, bitch, what do you want me to do? Skype him? You live with him. Wake him the fuck up. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know when they'll get here. But for now, it is me and you on this Holy Sunday. So I may as well hop in and start talking about my week. So I don't know what is going on with me right now, but I feel very, not delirious, but like partially hungover. And all I had was some really cheap wine. Okay, I don't know for the rest of my gutter bitches out there if any of y'all have ever had Andre, but I went to Smart and Final yesterday and got some Andre and got this champagne that was called like Brut. I don't even know what the fuck Brut is, but I done tried the other flavors, Blush, Peach Moscato, all these other things, Spumante. So I was like, let's try Brut. And bitch, I don't know what it is doing to me, but I am on this mic leaning, and it's not because of my scoliosis. I don't know. This week, I tried to be really spontaneous with how I'm living. I feel like, I'm not acting as if I'm 25, meaning that I am not pulling the all-nighters, staying up late, doing whole shit, and then going to work the next day. I'm very, goal-oriented in the sense where I'm like, if I have work the next day, I'm not doing shit. But I'm like, bitch, unless you want to be unemployed and homeless, you're always going to have work the next day for the most part. So you need to get out there. So what happened this week? On Friday specifically, I know I went to Club Blow with my friend Dwayne. Like I said, shout outs to Kelvin and Hollywood Unlocked for bringing Wendy Williams and Tiffany Pollard out, even though I didn't get to see her. But from what I did get to see, her wig was moving, bitch. Okay, it wasn't stiff. She has really come a long way, but I digress. So yeah, I went to Blow on Friday, and it was cute. I turned up with the girls. It was the best that the DJ has ever done in the history of DJing that party. Apparently, Wendy Williams told the DJ to step his fucking cookies up. And, it's necessary because out here, I don't want to do a generalization, but, bitch, out here, y'all will bang West Coast music to the death of y'all. And it makes sense because that's the region, that's the area that we're in. But, I don't always want to hear that shit. How many shootouts y'all want to have in the club? Damn, can I get something East Coast? Can I get something 90s? There has to be... All the California people are like, bitch, get off the fucking air and get out my coast. But yeah, I don't want to hear that shit all night. So that was cute. But, one thing I will say, the culture is truly not changing in terms of these niggas. I went out looking like a fucking vanilla wafer, bitch, a whole snack, and these niggas will just look and then not talk. Now, what I don't like is that they do the sneak touching. You know how someone will see you in the club and just caress you way too much to just be passing you by? Nigga, you're not low. If you want me to set off a Me Too movement in here, bitch, I will. I'm capable of doing such. So look who the fuck pulled up to a party ain't a party till it's ran all through. Kelvin and Chris goes straight to the bathroom. You know what?
What it do, baby?
Oh, my God. Oh, ew. And Chris is... Y'all need to work on this. This is not okay.
Let me tell you right now. This is my first time having my eyes open.
I'm not the one to blame.
This is my first time having my eyes open longer than 5 minutes today. This is my first time seeing Chris since Saturday.
Calvin, you look bad.
Last year. I am dead to the world.
What is going on with y'all?
Addiction.
What's an addiction? You don't even know what I did.
Need to hear it. I don't need to hear it.
You didn't even know what I did to talk about I have an addiction.
I don't need to hear it. Did you not text me and say you were fucked up?
Yes, I was fucked
okay,
up.
it's an addiction.
But I wasn't high.
Every weekend.
I wasn't high.
Calvin.
I was drunk.
Same difference.
Calvin, it is becoming a bit of a problem.
It is not an
every
addiction.
Weekend.
It's not
we need to address it. It's every weekend.
I have been partying a couple weekends back to back. Yes.
Okay. Should we start with homecoming or should we just live in the now? Should we live in the now and then go back to homecoming? Because I need to know what the fuck just happened.
Why is this? Oh wait. Here we go.
Lord, y'all are not watching the mayhem that is Kelvin Unique Byers. And Chris couldn't look more over it if he built a bridge, bitch.
I don't know why Chris is over it. I didn't bother him or anything. I haven't seen Chris since last Saturday.
Is this true?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all live together. How do y'all do
Exactly. This is my first time seeing him. I told him I missed him yesterday.
And what did you say, Chris?
Fuck you. He said, fuck you, bitch.
Oh, Calvin.
No, last night, it started with my students. Mm-hmm. 2 of my students from WKU came into town. Hi, Eric. How are you? I miss you.
I miss you too.
Happy to see you here.
Likewise.
2 of my students came in from WKU, and they was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm here, and I ain't got shit to do. I ain't got shit to do till like 7:30. You feel me? It's like, okay, cool. Like, we're here downtown. I'm talking.
This is the hungover voice. That's what it's. When you don't have the energy to even just draggy.
Am I talking draggy?
It's low-key gay Barry White.
Is it really?
Yeah.
My bad.
With the essence of Nipsey Hussle.
Let me finish. Let me.
His soul rest.
Is this better, Chris?
Talk.
Oh my goodness, Chris hates me. I haven't seen him in a week, and he hates me. Yes, so my students came in town. It was like, Kelvin, let's hang out. Blase, blase, yada yada. So I took them to Crab Queens. They hated it.
What?
Everybody that goes to Crab Queens says it's not good.
Are you serious? Well, it's not the best I've had, but it's not horrible.
No one likes it.
Wow, that's crazy.
The daiquiri was amazing.
It sure was.
But they also gave me a piece of my quote unquote addiction that we need to have an intervention about because I'm such a cokehead now.
Well, no one
they
said
gave me.
Is there coke in the brownies?
No, there was definitely an edible hat.
No one said coke until he did.
Jesus.
There was definitely an edible hat and then a margarita hat.
Okay.
With a daiquiri hat. And I was gone from there, so I had to go home and take a nap.
Okay.
I woke up from my nap, and then my friend was having a game night. My friend bringing Beard. Beard had a game night.
Why do I remember this so well?
Drunk at Beard's. I also met my future husband at Beard's game night, but that's a whole different story.
You are a messy bitch.
That's a whole different story. Bitch. Definitely found him. But then, you ever meet the person of your future, but then your future friend flirts with you?
Your future friend flirts
Your
with
future's friend flirts with you.
Oh yeah, was he cute?
Yeah, very much so, but just not my cup of tea.
Don't block your
but they was really, really, really cute, but just like I don't see that. Mm-hmm. But then like my future is sitting there looking at me and like, oh shit, like how do I divert? So you try to flirt with your future, but your future friend is like really, really going. But future friend is cute as fuck, but you don't see that for yourself.
Of course.
That was a mess. So then I'm drunk. I'm already lit off like rosé and margarita.
You still have the party bracelet on.
I definitely do. I haven't got to where I got really fucked up at. And then after that, like I was there, and then my friend, my coworker Adam, had his birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Early 2000s, open bar, unlimited tacos.
Ooh, it sounds good.
Child, I got there around 11:30. No, I got there around 12. We didn't leave. We went to the party. The party ended at 1. Me and my other friend, Corey, who works for another podcast, who produces Melissa Ford's podcast.
She has her own?
Yes, she has one. I'm sorry. Oop, kept at the bag. It's coming soon. That produces another podcast. We didn't get to their party till like 3 because we got lost. Mm-hmm. I didn't get home till 6:30 a.m.
Oh, that's why you weren't picking up the phone.
That's exactly why I wasn't picking up the phone. I didn't get home till 6:30 a.m. I seen the sunrise.
Kelvin, who are you becoming?
Someone I don't like. I had an epic weekend. I was lit on. Chris is so over me. Look at looking at me.
I'm not
Look
even
how he's
at
looking
you.
at me.
I'm not even looking at you.
He's not looking at me. He's looking me. He's not looking at me with this face of I'm ashamed. I'm disgusted to know you. Like I don't know who you are. Like I'm just like some coke-whore that's like,
Yeah, it's been giving coke whore.
wow, Chris, are you ashamed of me?
Just finish your story.
Are you, Chris? Answer my question. Are you ashamed of me?
Nope. You a grown ass man.
It's been giving coke whore.
Chris, I said I at the moment when I realized I was not going to be up in the morning, I text Chris several messages. I said, I'm fucked up. 1, please wake me in the morning. Chris responded to me in the morning with, you're 30.
I said no. You're 30.
Yeah, no, you're 30.
That's what he told me.
He said, Kelvin's fucking 30.
Yep.
He should be up.
You're a grown ass man. You should set an alarm and wake the fuck up.
There's several alarms set, but I did not wake up until Chris called me for the 3rd time. I appreciate you calling me for the 3rd time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm on a VH1 like relationship intervention where it's just like Kelvin is appreciating the good in the relationship, but Chris is, it's just been so toxic at this point that
That Chris is over.
he doesn't see it anymore.
And I don't even know why, because I haven't bothered Chris all week. Have I bothered you all week?
Ooh.
I usually come over to your room. I knock on your door. I haven't done any of those things all week long. I try to let them be.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
But I just had a rough ass. I had a wonderful time.
How was Wendy?
Wendy was fucking amazing. That's where it started.
Yeah, it should start with Wendy.
It was really fun. It was a really great weekend. We honored Wendy Williams on Friday for her wonderful contributions to mass communication journalism, to radio, to television, and to get the 2,677th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Jesus.
which is amazing. Is a feat that's not done by everybody, even though some people buy their stars that don't deserve it. Wendy is definitely a person that deserves her star. So we celebrated her, and the party was filled with the dinner. We had Nick Cannon, Jason Derulo, Tiana Taylor, Iman
Jason
Shepard.
Derulo.
Jason the fucking Derulo.
Why?
I don't know, but his ass is fat. I signed an NDA. Child, because if y'all don't see me next week, y'all know how to move
That's
to an apartment
That's
in
right.
the hills. With Jason Derulo. I'm sorry, Chris. Then with Cynthia Bailey, Tiffany Pollard, Monique Slaughter, Monique Slaughter, Tierra Marie.
Was she quiet? And did Tiara have a drink? NDA. Sorry, look.
Tierra Marie.
I am an interviewer,
Monique
not
Slaughter.
affiliated.
It was a wonderful time, and then we left there and went to Blow because Wendy was at Blow because we wanted to bring her to the kids, the people that loved her.
Even though I didn't fucking see her.
And they went up for her.
Paid $20.
They went up. You paid $20, baby.
We skipped the line. I had work the next day. I wasn't gonna be on that long ass line just waiting. It was party time.
Wendy definitely had a wonderful time at the club. Quad from Married to Medicine joined us.
Did she?
Yes.
Was she improved? Because I really like Quad.
Quad was living her life.
Good.
Okay.
As she should. Because on that show, she be giving me
she was
headache.
living her life. Tiffany is amazing. I love all them girls. But we had a wonderful time at the club, which is why I missed the game night for Good News because I was I had to make sure the dinner was good and the club event was good. So I was working, but also having a good time.
It was a busy weekend for you.
It was a busy weekend, and it felt I was in charge of who got in and who out of our section. So I kind of felt bad, but empowered at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like you feel bad, like tell people I don't know that nigga, so he can't come over here. But you also feel kind of good, like nigga, you told my friend he couldn't hit. So guess
oh
what?
my God!
I definitely turned somebody away that ghosted my friend.
Not at the height of the Me Too movement.
Oh, I definitely if somebody that ghosted my friend, I definitely told them they couldn't come in our section.
That's crazy. Who was in? Were all these celebrities in your section?
Mm-hmm.
You fucking bitch.
They're all right there. I put it on my Insta story.
I'm over it.
But you know, I never take pictures or anything of that nature. But 1 second there, I was like, maybe I should document this moment. So I documented it for all like 5 seconds, and I put it on my Insta story.
And all I saw was Brown and Lavelle. I'm like, that's not who I'm looking for.
No.
No shade. Shout out to y'all, but
no, but it definitely was an epic moment.
okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Happy to hear
that was
it.
my weekend. I'm dead. This is the first time I had my eyes open for more than 10 minutes.
That's good.
I was dead to the world the whole right here. That's why Chris is probably over me. I'm probably never speaking to me again.
You probably gave him Uber driver.
So, well, I was in the front seat.
Okay,
But
that's good.
So if this is the last time you see me here
Mhm.
with Chris, this is why.
Okay.
If he kicks me out the apartment, this is why. If he never talks to me again, this is why. Because I haven't seen my roommate since homecoming
Yeah.
when he was strolling, Which
I
he said
did see that.
which he said he wasn't going to do.
Yeah, you did say that too.
Well, he was strolling.
Yeah.
And that's the last time I seen him.
On a stage too, not even just like casually on the floor.
Yeah.
On a
He
stage.
was being very, very, as you say, bootsy. And very... I think he was more lit than... I think he was lit last weekend how I am today.
No, it wasn't.
I definitely think he was.
No, it wasn't.
You, Mister, I don't take shots. Did you take shots last weekend?
All I had was blue juice
In
on
shots.
Saturday.
In shots.
That's Eric. Who do you believe?
I don't know.
A drug addict or someone who's always?
Wow. A drug addict?
Who do you believe?
Why am I a drug addict, Chris? I didn't even take any drugs last night.
Damn.
You just said you had an edible.
In the daytime. That shit was weird off by the time I woke off.
That's not the
Woke
point
up.
here. You said you did not have drugs, but you did.
Wow, Chris. So tell me how you really feel about me, Chris.
We do it every weekend.
Tell me how you really feel. You feel like I'm addicted to drugs
You are.
and you feel like I have a problem?
You do.
What is my problem?
Eric, is this news? Like,
Yikes.
I have a problem? I have a problem
is
now?
this news? I'm sorry. Like, can we not address this?
Oh my
every
goodness, I have a problem?
Every Sunday, do we not address this?
I don't know.
I have a problem?
Eric, no. Let's.
I
address
wake
it.
up,
I
I
don't-
go to work, I do everything. I have a problem?
Yes. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe a slight one.
Oh my goodness.
Eric, it's every weekend.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, you cannot wait to do an edible. I think you look forward to doing an edible.
Oh man.
On a Saturday? Sometimes yes.
Maybe even Friday. I don't know about Fridays, but I think you
On the
enjoy.
weekend,
You
sometimes
look
I do.
forward to getting high.
I don't think I look forward to it.
You do. I mean, Kelvin, it's totally okay.
There's been
I just
other
wish you
weekends
would
that I,
smoke.
that
I
haven't
just
got.
wish you would just admit it. Like it's totally fine. No one's judging you.
I don't care. Sorry, I'm really excited.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
And you just won't admit it. I mean, it's fine.
I'm not a drug addict. That's what
Okay,
I'm not
so
going to admit to being a
you don't
drug
have-
addict when
you
I'm not
don't have-
addicted
you
to
don't have-
something.
Literally not
You
on
do.
air.
But I'm not addicted to something. Like it's
You
not.
are addicted.
I'm
to
not
edibles.
scratching. I'm not scratching and waiting to go do something because
If I had an edible in
enjoy-
my pocket, you would take.
No, I wouldn't
Oh wow.
Yes,
because
you
I'm
would.
too hungover right now. This is why I
Yes,
don't
you
drink.
would.
This is why I don't drink. I don't like being hungover,
Oh yeah, that's the worst part of alcohol.
and this is why I don't drink.
Weed doesn't do that to you. Alcohol gives
At
you a
all.
hangover.
Which is why sometimes when I go out, I have my Coke and Sprite, not Coke and Sprite, my cranberry and
It's
Sprite.
right, yes.
But I may have a little piece
You need
because
to
I wake
chase the
up
water.
better, which is why I don't drink. I mean, So that's my weekend. Let's get off of me. I'm a cokehead. I like drugs, hard drugs, obviously, because Chris thinks I'm a crack. I like crack, right?
I've never mentioned crack. All I said was edibles.
I'm a drug addict,
Okay.
Eric, and
That's the first step. Is admitting.
admittance is okay.
It's the
Hello,
very
I'm
first step.
Kelvin, and I'm a drug addict.
Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, long as I got, don't need nobody else.
All that to say, I had a wonderful weekend.
That's good. Chris?
I didn't do nothing this week because I was sick from Kentucky. It was 30 degrees at night,
Damn, that's mad gold.
and yeah, I've just been sick. So
Is that why I haven't?
literally
Seen,
haven't done nothing.
that why I haven't seen you all week?
I've been sick. Yeah.
So how was homecoming? Did you have sex?
No. I could have been a hoe if I wanted to, but I wasn't.
I really feel like Chris had sex like 3 times, but I haven't had a chance to talk to him because I haven't seen him since
I would have
last Saturday.
told you I didn't do anything.
Chris, why?
I think I turned over a new leaf.
I'm over it. I'm fucking tired of it.
You
I
turned
come
over
here
a new
every
leaf.
fucking week with the best
Usually-
intention.
Usually every homecoming, I do knock a few people down.
Okay.
But I didn't do nothing this year.
You flew all the way out there.
All the way to
for what?
Kentucky and didn't have no vagina.
What is? I mean, do I have to have sex with somebody at homecoming?
You know, it's preferred.
I didn't either, but it was really someone really, really, really tried hard.
You're home now. Who's coming?
That's-
I need y'all to fucking step it up. Step it up. Kelvin?
Somebody
I didn't
that's
want it.
negative.
What?
But the funny thing is,
Eric, somebody that's negative.
somebody is negative.
Oh.
But
Don't let them give
I
you
feel like
head.
their teeth has gotten worse. Do you think that?
I mean, they come out a lot.
I feel
more.
like their teeth. Yeah, I
Was
don't
it
know.
for you or Kelvin?
This nigga.
I feel when I first messed with them, their teeth were not like that.
Oh, you have history.
Yes, we have history.
Oh wow.
Some of the best ever.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
But when I messed with them, their mouth was not like that.
Oh, okay.
Now that I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's at the point they don't talk. Or when they do talk, they cover their mouth.
Oh my! How?
Like this.
Can't nobody hear you?
But and in the pictures, they don't smile. On Instagram, Insta stories and stuff, they don't show their mouth.
No health insurance, no dental
I
insurance.
don't know what's going on, child. I don't even think they live in the city they live in.
Because if you gotta cover your mouth when you talk, get some fucking braces. Because it's about to be a whole
Child,
new
just
world.
knock them bitches out.
Anastasia voice.
Just stop them out.
Wow.
But anyways, back to Chris. Off of me.
Yes. So Chris didn't fuck during this trip, but you did stroll and have a few shots.
That he said he wasn't going to do.
Juice.
I
don't believe it.
Been so long.
I don't believe it.
What do I have to lie about?
I don't know, because you have a lot to lie about. One, me being an addict, which I'm not. Two, you talking about all you had was blue juice. I've seen you.
Yes.
You were lit all weekend.
No, I wasn't. I was only drunk on Saturday.
You were lit at the step show.
No, I was. You didn't even see me at the reception.
I did see your step show. I seen you.
all of like 2 times.
You were sitting in front of me the whole time.
It did look lit though. I saw Chris snap, and at first he was doing a forward shot. I'm like, this shit look dry as fuck. And then he did the whole rotation. I'm like, damn, this is an arena.
Yeah, I don't think step show's ever been as hype as it was when we went. It was actually like it was live to me. I mean, the step show in general, I think is. I'm over. Like I'm not judging no more because like I'm just over step show as a whole.
Okay.
Because it's the same niggas who win every single year, who don't.
Who wins?
The Alphas and the Deltas. And I don't get why they win every fucking year.
Well, aren't you judging?
Yeah, but I'm not the only. I feel like everybody else gives the same people the same scores. I feel like I'm the only one who gives like a fair score.
Who do you think should have won this year?
The K's and the Alphas.
I agree.
Now, last year the Kappa should have won.
The Kappa should have won. I agree.
But, yeah, I don't know. The Alphas, they do every other year. Like, one year they'll actually be cold. Last year they were trash. But I'm not judging no more, though.
That's real. How was your hosting, Kelvin?
I think it was all right.
Okay.
They muted me.
The mic?
No, muted my jokes.
What do you mean?
Last year there was a fight between the Kappas and Alphas. I couldn't make a joke about it.
Oh, shit.
There was somebody who is a wanted murderer at Kentucky State University. I couldn't make a joke about that.
Lovely. Yeah, that's a liability
Why would
issue.
you would
It
have
kinda
died the next
toxic.
day?
I would have died the next day.
I think
My
you would've been fine.
opening joke, because it was a tweet going around that said anybody that knows Chrome, which is the murderer, is getting shot. Was that I'm shooting?
Oh, I'm not affiliated with this part of the show.
It's like I'm shooting, or like is anybody that knows Chrome like they getting fucked up or they gonna get killed or something like that. So my opening joke was like, "What's up, y'all? Before we get started, does anybody here know Chrome?" That was the opening joke.
Did you say that? I don't remember you saying
I didn't say that because they told me I couldn't make any jokes about it.
That sucks. How did they know you were going to make jokes about it?
I kind of ran it through the director, who is like an old friend. Like we're close. Because I just wanted to test the waters and see what the temperature on campus was.
Oh.
But the VP was like, no. But I feel like while I was there, nobody there was worried about that shit. So I feel like if I would have made a joke about it, it just would have been funny and we would have moved on and broke the ice. Like,
absolutely.
I feel like you have to joke about situations like that in order to break the tension in the air.
I mean, it's already happened. Everybody knows about it.
Everybody knows about it. So I feel like if I would have made a joke about it, it just would have broke the ice and it would have kept going, and then we would have been good.
Yeah, it was common ground.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. This is why I don't run shit past people.
And then there was a fight between the Alphas and the Kappas last year.
Was it good?
No. It was
very violent.
Was it really?
Niggas threw canes at people and chairs at people.
Canes and chairs.
That's so ghetto.
So my joke was,
and it hit a girl. Like a Kappa threw the cane and like the whole hit a woman in her face.
Yeah. So my joke was last year, Internet Step Show got very violent, and it somehow followed us to LA, and it has affected not only campus but it's affected the music industry. Case in point. And then they didn't have video screens, which I was banking on, and I was going to show a picture of Chris Brown in the No Guidance videos with the bandana, red bandana. And I was going to show Drake with the Alpha with the snake. And I would say clearly Chris has chosen the side of the Kappas, and obviously Drake has chosen the side of Alpha. But they were like, we can't talk about the fight. I feel like that also would have broke the tension in the room.
Yeah, why are they limiting you?
It would have been hilarious.
That's whack. It's fucking whack.
Anyways, Chris, anything else about your week? Anything you want to tell us?
I don't have anything. I've been sick all week.
Eric,
I already did mine.
so Chris isn't living in his truth.
I did mine. At the
I'm an
start of the
addict, but
show.
Chris is not living in his truth.
If you want to call something out. I mean, I've been in my room all week. Sick.
Yeah, who you been in your room with?
I'm just
Nobody.
disappointed that Chris hasn't been fucking. Ladies and gentlemen, am I allowed to talk about it on the air? The thing you asked us to do?
Go ahead. I really want y'all to do that.
Okay, so Chris wants us essentially to set up a blind date and get some before. Well, no. How would we even get before thoughts?
Y'all gonna interview both of us. Not at the same time. Y'all gonna interview me, then interview her, and then the date's gonna be after, and then we come back after the date. Then y'all interview us again, like I was it, whatever.
So, ladies,
I literally want it just like that video.
ladies, Chris is interested in a new mate.
If you want to go on a blind date with motherfucking Christopher Carls or Monica White, let us know.
Yeah.
No, but y'all gotta find her.
See,
I
that's
don't-
the problem.
I don't want them DMing y'all.
That's my problem.
Like, how am I gonna just? Okay.
We've
well,
done this.
Yeah.
It was very unsuccessful.
So why
Very
is this
unsuccessful.
going to be successful?
Because we're only picking one person.
So why do I have to go out here and search for this random thotty that you gonna go on a date with?
Maybe we should each pick a person.
Okay.
Maybe we
Go ahead,
should-
pick your person, Eric. Because guess who's not?
You're not picking a person.
No, I'm done.
Damn.
Chris don't like nobody,
Yeah. Well, it
That's
is.
not
that
true.
is
and I'm not about to pick nobody for him not to like.
That's not true.
I don't. Okay. Well.
I'll pick somebody. You know you're gonna get.
Who?
He gonna get Blue Canes.
Who the fuck is Blue Cane?
Fuck is Blue Canes?
You know who Blue Canes is.
I know you're not talking about that Zeta. Anyway.
So yeah.
Blue Canes, if you're single, hit him up.
Damn.
Actually, hit me up because
Yeah.
we got a wonderful thing for you.
I already ran down.
Blue
my-
Cane, she was out here with a Lambo.
I'm done.
She'll be cute.
Yeah.
She'll be cute.
I'm sorry, Eric. How was your week? My bad.
It was good. I started it before y'all got here. I've just been trying to live like I'm 25, but that shit ain't for me. I'm tired as fuck.
Nick,
Going to the club and then going to work the next day, that's not for me.
did you at least enjoy it? I don't know what time you got there for you
I
to
got there
miss
at
Wendy.
12.
Wendy was there at 12.
I didn't say I missed her. She was nowhere near me.
I wish you would have texted me.
Kelvin, I didn't know what the fuck
Do
was
you know
going
who I
on.
was standing next to?
No.
Wendy. Texting me.
I know.
Everybody, Tiffany, New York, was right there.
I should have fucking said something.
She was right there. Me and her sharing a whole fan.
I should have fucking said something. I don't know why I didn't say anything. You know what it was, too? Because I was with Dwayne. And I was also like, I don't know what my limits are in terms of, because I came with Dwayne. So I'm not going to
I
be the
get it,
bitch
I
to
get
do
it.
that.
But
Shout
guess
out
what
to
you
Dwayne.
should have did? What's up, Dwayne? How you living?
The trade voice got to stop. I'm ready for bitch you better read. I'm over it.
Well, I just said, what's up, Dwayne?
Yeah, but the voice. Chris, co-sign, please.
Confirmed.
I'm just
Wow.
tired of it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for bitch you better read.
What's my favorite word?
Okay, so I think this week is pretty solid in terms of news stories. Yeah. So number 1, don't hurt yourself.
Number 1.
Man eats nothing but macaroni and cheese for 17 years.
I know someone who does that.
I don't believe it.
You know who I know who does that?
Who?
He's sitting to the left of me.
Do you really?
No.
Someone only eats meat and cheese.
That's it, macaroni and cheese.
So it rhymes. Someone only eats meat and cheese.
Does it rhyme if it's the same word?
It doesn't.
Cheese and cheese rhymes.
So a Florida man has eaten nothing but macaroni and cheese for 17 years. According to the Tampa Bay Times, 20-year-old Austin Davis prefers to eat Velveeta macaroni and cheese while enjoying internet videos.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, especially because it's Velveeta. The unique diet began after he was removed from his home as a child after enduring physical abuse from his father. He currently lives with his grandparents in Keystone Heights. I don't want to say I'm addicted to mac and cheese because it sounds so weird, but my body won't let me eat anything else.
Wow.
I didn't choose to be like this. Calvin, that sounds like you. That
I didn't
kinda
choose
sounds like
this
you.
life. That's Wendy. I didn't choose to be.
Davis has an eating disorder called avoidant food intake.
No.
A
Wow, Chris,
condi-
are you listening?
Go ahead.
Avoidant food intake, a condition where trying new foods can cause a negative reaction in the body.
Wow.
He was also
Wow.
he-
When you woke up this morning, do you think you was gonna be diagnosed?
Continue, Eric.
Wow.
He was also diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. The condition has prevented Davis from making friends, and he rarely leaves his home.
Wow. Do you know David? Oh my goodness, this is Chris.
However, he tried to eat new food, but his body refuses to ingest it.
Wow.
As soon as it enters my mouth, it's like a sensory overload. Even if I like what I'm trying, I'll have an involuntary gag. Davis tries to maintain his health by working out 4 times a week.
Oh well. What? What?
It was like basically you said he had him up until the workout 4 times a week.
That was Chris and him were best friends.
Oh, that was the end of the story.
That was in the story. Chris, how do you feel?
Can't nobody just eat the same thing 17 years in a
The
row.
17 and
Whoa, wait. Wait, Chris. Every time we go out, you eat the same thing.
Chris, what do you eat?
Food.
Kelvin, what is the same thing that he
If
eats?
we go to somewhere Mexican, it's just chicken and nachos, just the chicken and just the cheese.
We've only been El
If we go somewhere with a burger, it's just the beef and the meat and the cheese.
Mhm.
If we go to somewhere, we never been nowhere Asian. We never been. If we go to Roscoe's, it's the chicken and waffles. If we go to Popeyes, it's the chicken and fries.
But isn't that all Popeyes?
Exactly.
No, it's not. Popeyes is other stuff.
I mean sandwiches.
The sandwiches
It's
have
still
shrimp.
chicken and fries.
But the majority of Chris's diet is beef and cheese. Am I lying?
It's fraudulent.
Chris is fraudulent. I'm an addict in my description.
Why
of
are you
your-
trying to put this on me
His
when you are an
co-corness.
addict?
I'm not an addict. If I'm an addict, you only eat beef and cheese.
Okay.
Okay,
I can admit that I do eat beef and cheese.
a lot.
Okay, I can admit that.
More
you
than
you can admit your addiction.
more than 75% of the week.
That's fraudulent.
That's fraudulent. So is it more than that? More than
It's less
80%?
It's less than that.
It's less than that.
It is.
Not like that. Kelvin.
Less than that.
It is.
How much?
I honestly don't even eat beef as much as you saying.
Turkey and cheese.
So yeah,
What is it? Turkey and cheese then.
I don't know. 40.
40 and the rest is
Depends on-
beef.
depends on what
Then
I
the
want
rest
during
the
the
rest
day.
is beef and
It
cheese.
depends on what I want during the
So
day.
is it 40% turkey and cheese and
Why
then
are we talking about me?
I just want to clear the app. 40% beef and cheese. No, excuse me. 40% turkey and cheese, and the other what's that? 60%.
What do you think, Eric? About this?
When I think
No,
about the
don't
story
divert.
and- or-
Hold on, Eric. Don't divert because I'm addicted.
to
Because
Coke.
I have to coke.
Yeah.
I'm a meth addict here.
You're acting like it is.
I'm a
you see
meth-
the temper.
I'm a
You
meth-
see the symptoms is temper. You see how much energy he has now.
right. Damn it.
I'm a meth cokehead, and I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what Chris is doing.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
He's having sex.
I haven't had sex. Really haven't.
I really need you to not have sex.
And he's eating beef and cheese and turkey and cheese every day.
I don't agree with that just because I need some more diversity in my food catalog, but to each his own. I'm also a fairly picky eater. Like
Me too.
it takes a lot for me to branch out, but it's because everything else has to sound really good in order for me to branch out. Like because there are so many foods that can be fucked up, and for me to invest my money into it, if you fuck it up, you fucked up my experience, and now I have to spend money elsewhere. I'd rather not be pissed. So I tend to go for what I know, but there are times where I'm just like, let's be spontaneous. So I feel you. It's not going to just be beef and cheese.
Yeah, I eat French fries almost 4 times a week.
Well, you don't really eat.
And that's my problem. I think that's why I gained weight too. I've gained a little bit of weight. And I think it's because of French fries. The French fries aren't working.
I mean, it's a thought. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Number 2.
Chris is addicted. Number 2.
An Oklahoma man sentenced to 15 years in prison after powdered milk was mistaken for cocaine.
Chris, do you like powdered milk?
This show's not about to be about me.
An Oklahoma man pled guilty to cocaine possession only to withdraw his plea and have his case dismissed after the substance turned out to be powdered milk. According to the Oklahoman, Cody Gregg was arrested and sentenced to 15 years in prison last week after he pled guilty to possession of cocaine with intent to distribute. Court records say the guilty plea was the result of an August arrest in charge of trafficking illegal drugs. After a lab report showed a negative test for drugs, Cody withdrew his plea. An Oklahoma County judge approved the request, and Cody's case was dismissed the next day. Cody told the judge the powdered milk was from a food pantry. According to reports, Cody was riding his bike when an officer tried to stop him because he had no rear lights. He attempted to get away from the officer. Pedaling after. Then he jumped off his bike and fled, and officers found the white powder in his backpack. Inside the baggie was a large amount of white powder substance that I believe to be cocaine based on my training experience, the officer said. The white powder inside the baggie later tested positive for cocaine and was a total package weight of 45.91 grams of cocaine. Despite the initial testing, it turned out the baggie was full of nothing but powdered milk. If convicted, Greg's sentence could exceed 15 years as he pled guilty in a past drug case and is currently on probation. Cody was released Friday after being in jail since his arrest in August.
What?
Now, what I don't understand is why would you plead guilty
He still got convicted?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
This story confuses me. One, I'm confused because if you knew that it was powdered milk and not cocaine, why would you plead guilty to it?
I would never.
And you've been convicted on a past drug charge. So why would you agree knowing this time it's not drugs? What is wrong with people?
That's what I understand. I don't understand either. Like, no matter how much the police pressure me and try to make me try to confess to something, I would never confess to something I'm not guilty of.
Yeah, like what? What are we talking about? You sound stupid, Cody. You sound dumb.
Especially
as
if
Does cocaine, what was it?
Powdered milk.
milk.
Does that even look the same?
I guess they're both white
It's
substances.
white powder substance, but I'm like, isn't the texture may not be the same?
But
But
also-
sugar's not the same texture.
But
as
also,
like
did
salt.
the cops not test to see what the fuck it was?
They said they did. They said lab test said it was powdered milk. That's why I'm not
But
understanding
since
why this
August,
is still a thing.
that's what I'm like. Since August, my nigga, if I tell you it's powdered milk in August, it's powdered fucking milk. Bye. You're not about to lock me up and hold me in jail for some powdered milk that you didn't even test to see if it was cocaine or not.
I don't know.
The fuck?
People are weird.
It was. Did he not have things to do? Did he just need a place to stay? So it's like, yeah, I'm tired of paying rent, so I'm just gonna stay here for a couple months to figure some shit out.
Cody,
Like, why? What the fuck? Like, if I had powder fucking milk, and what was the powder fucking milk in? Was it in a box?
It was in a baggie.
It was in a baggie. Was it like in a baggie that said powdered fucking milk, or was it like a random ass baggie?
Remember, he tried to flee the cops, and then they found his powdered bag.
No,
now,
that's stupid because he tried to flee the cops.
Yeah,
So
like-
if he knew he was innocent all along,
he was on probation. I guess he was like, oh shit, they caught me for something else. Let me run. But maybe the baggie had some type of cocaine in it before, and he recycled the bag and put powdered milk in it. What were you doing with powdered milk?
What? Like, are you making Nesquik?
Yeah, we're like, what? Cody, Greg, what the fuck is going on, man?
His name is Cody Gregg.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
he white.
He's definitely white.
Anybody with two first names, you can't trust.
Cody Greg.
You can't trust somebody with two first names.
Tragic.
I know somebody with 4 first names.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
My name can be a first name each. Christopher. Wait, what is
Christian
it?
Charles.
Charles, yeah. Armani.
Armani's a middle name.
Yeah, it's a middle name, but I have met an Armani. He was so cute. It was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
White.
That's
not
why I
so
can't
much.
trust Chris.
White, not so much, but it is for.
I don't know why I'm
first
picking on Chris today.
I don't either.
name. You guys kind of started rocky.
I think it's because I haven't seen him all week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love my roommate. And I haven't seen him all week.
Mm-hmm.
And then
happens.
he called me a cokehead.
He did. I'm glad that he didn't
I
redirect
never,
the story
I never
about you.
even said you're a cokehead.
Because
You
it was
said
an
that.
easy segue. I thought it was about to be Kelvin versus Chris Part 2, VH1 rehab series.
Chris thinks I'm addicted to coke, which I'm not.
You keep putting words in my mouth. I never said that.
And for any late listeners that came in when you were addicting that you're a meth addict / cokehead, and you kept saying it so adamantly, they are probably convinced that you are a meth /
Yeah.
cokehead.
And plus, it gives you adrenaline, energy, as you've been having all show.
I really think that this will just boost your story once you make it to E. Like you've overcome a coke and meth addiction, and now you're like.
But I've
an
never
E.
tried neither. Like, if you know me, that's not my MO.
Yeah, it happens.
You know that's not my MO.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Civil rights investigator fired after calling black people low lives of society.
Child, I watched this video and I was like, child.
I didn't even take the video. I guess I feel like reading today. It is Reading Rainbow on this lovely Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. The Atlanta Star reports that Julia Acosta Grauman was attending a friend's birthday celebration on August 29th at Elsa's Corner Cantina in Sugar Creek Township. Witnesses say Acosta Grauman had 2 beers before the black bartender Ryan Collins checked into their shift around 4 p.m. The bartender said Acosta Grauman and her friend began to yell in the venue despite several people asking them to lower their voices.
Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Why you so fucking loud? What the fuck is going on at your table?
Afterward, the bartender spoke to the manager about the investigator's behavior and was told to take the drink away from her. Acosta Grauman allegedly said to the bartender, "This is why I hate black people," and told him that he would never be more than a black piece of shit bartender.
Well,
he asked Acosta Grauman and her friend to leave, but she continued to spur. What the fuck?
Sprue.
No, it's not spelled like. And this isn't from the other one, so I want you to know.
I know exactly where you got that from. I know
Okay.
exactly who wrote the story.
But moving right along, he asked Acosta Grauman and her friend to leave, but she continued to say more racist shit towards Collins.
No, racist shit was not in that story.
No, but we gonna just improv at this point. Black people are the low lives of society. This is Acosta Grauman, ladies and gentlemen. Black people are the low lives of society, and it's for that reason I don't have to listen to a black piece of shit like you.
Period.
After she was escorted out of the bar, Acosta Grauman said she hopes Collins approaches a cross burning in his front yard once he returns home from his shift. The city of Dayton fired Acosta Grauman in mid-September after Collins filed a complaint with city investigators along with video evidence and witness statements. So Acosta Grauman's racist ass is unemployed. And that was real nasty. Like, I want to say real niggerish, but clearly it's not niggerish. Who does that? Who does all of that? What would you guys do if y'all were the bartender and she was talking to y'all like this? Like, what would you, in real time, what would y'all do?
She would get a really special drink.
So you would drug her?
I would have drug her.
You said this just keeps going back to that?
I see how you keep going back to saying that I was a drug addict.
What kind of drink would she get?
A special one.
With what? What would you put in it?
Maybe a little bit of spit, a little bit of ice on the floor, a little bit of hair. I don't know, depending on how I feel that day.
Anyway,
but I wouldn't drop this alleged Coke bag that I have. Me and what's his name, Christopher Gregg?
Cody Gregg.
Cody Gregg. Me and Cody Gregg wouldn't be in the back with the motherfucking powdered milk.
He'll be the manager. But yeah, I mean, first, I don't even.
She's trash.
In that, I don't know. I feel like the police would be my first thought, but
do the police really respond to that stuff unless they do something?
No, they can't.
She's just saying.
But she's belligerent. She's being belligerent.
She's just saying stuff, but she hasn't met a threat.
That's my first thought. The police.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, you gonna fight?
I'm gonna beat her ass. You have lost your. Y'all know I don't like none of my jobs. So at that point, I'm probably tired. I'm ready for the shift to end, and you talking to me like that? Oh, bitch. One more time for the kids who didn't hear. No, that's everyone in the bar in the background. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Are you
speaking of Cardi, did y'all see that video of her?
Twerking?
No, when she was
definitely a lot of twerking.
When she was
videos.
addressing E.
Yes.
And she was saying like
Access Hollywood.
Oh, whatever it was.
Spit on you for talking about my child and all that.
Why did she get so many passes from us?
In terms the topic. Yeah.
I just thought about it.
Intersect. I don't know. I just think that that's real fucking disgusting. Like, these are when character flaws come out, and it's just a few drinks, and because the thing is, you're like a civil rights investigator, just like talking shit about black people. What your job is being contradicted by your girl. I'm glad you're unemployed. Fuck it. I don't like to fuck with no one's bag, but you fucked with your own bag, so you know.
Yeah, and she should definitely know better than that. I don't know if she felt so comfortable because she's a civil rights activist that she's like, you know, I can say what the fuck I want to do because no one's going to think it's racist because I fight for people every day. Yes. I fight for these people. And I don't know if that's what she felt, but it's still inappropriate.
She sounds
I don't know. Can we also talk about... We didn't talk about... Well, we were gone. I don't know if you talked about this while we were gone.
What?
That little black girl who said she got her dreads pulled out.
Yes, I didn't rehash it because I was disappointed. Do you remember the black
She
girl
made
who
it
was
up, right?
she apparently made that whole story up of the white kids pulling or cutting her dreads and calling them nappy and ugly. I don't know why you did this, little girl. Hope your parents beat your ass for all the embarrassment that you caused. You had a news crew in your living room as you sat there and cried, lying on these white kids. What is wrong with you, little girl? You're not a part of my bitch you better read, but I will take a second to let you know that shit is not cute.
I just think. Remember when I said I don't think it's about race?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
It wasn't about anything at all because it didn't
wasn't
happen.
about anything. It's just some falsehood in that story that I just didn't feel like. And I feel like we're so quick to throw racism at a situation that shouldn't even be there. And I don't want to get into the OG Evelyn shit.
Oh.
But I've been really triggered about that for like the last 2 weeks.
Triggered on whose side?
I'm on the side of Evelyn.
Do you know what we're talking about? Basketball Wives. OG is like the new cast member who's dark skinned. Evelyn Lozada is a old Basketball Wives cast member at this point. Afro Latina, Puerto Rican, I want to say.
Puerto Rican.
And she uses the word nigga and all this stuff.
This
now,
the girl said she had a wet motherfucking pussy.
and bangs it like a fucking pot.
Yeah. Chris.
That's Evelyn Lozada.
Evelyn Lozada is bad in public too. I mean in person.
She's
Yeah,
a
but
gorgeous
40.
woman.
She's 40, acting like she's 5.
But she's a.
Yeah, her mentality is
I would
trash, but
fuck her.
she's a gorgeous woman. But I don't want to go too deep into that because once again, it just intersects with the topic. But
shit.
I will say it's kind of like we need to have the same sensitivity that we do with the Me Too movement because we just don't know what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, but I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to dive and divert. But
At
I'm
all.
definitely on the Evelyn side of things, and if we have a cross section in the topic, I would definitely tell why I'm on the Evelyn side of things.
We can merge. It falls in line. It just would be like second priority to the first part.
Can you please remind me because my coke addiction is not going to allow me to.
Fucking coke addiction, man.
I am Whitney. Whitney is me.
Number 4.
Whitney Houston. I will always love you. Cocaine.
Fuck it. Number 4.
Number 4.
Queens woman pleads guilty to killing woman after botched butt surgery. I read that
Chris,
really
I can't
fast.
believe you said I'm a coke whore.
I never said that. I said you were addicted to edibles. I never said you were addicted to coke.
As Chris, as one,
be coke.
I consider you as one of my best friends.
Okay.
And for you to tell me that I'm a coke whore, really,
I never
hurts my
said that.
feelings.
I'm over it.
Do you need to rewind the shows? I've never said that.
Chris, do you know I consider you as one of my best friends?
I'm sure I knew that. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I-
let's go to the chat box and divert. So Kyrie,
I don't know where we're going with this show today.
I am just trying to play the middleman to y'all's mess. So Kyrie at the start of the show said, "Get it in, Kelvin," and that's when you were just like drunk, sleep in Chris's car, not even here yet.
Wait, so you all had a side conversation about me being dead?
No, I
I
started
texted
this.
Eric this morning
Yes, we
and said,
go for it.
let me read you.
You said Kelvin's addicted to drugs.
No,
and he's having a
that's
coke
okay.
hangover.
Now you're just pushing the narrative.
I said, who knows when we're leaving? This is at 9:03. I said, who knows when we're leaving? Kelvin got fucked up last night and he isn't awake.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Eric said, Kelvin better wake his ass up. I said, I'm sitting here dressed. He's a child. Eric said, is he up? And it was 9:20. I said, no, he's still not up. Eric said, Chris, wake him up. I said, Eric, he's 30.
I asked him to wake
Can I
me up
finish?
last night.
Can I finish?
I was
Can I
responsible.
finish?
I was responsible enough to ask one of
That's not
my
responsible.
best friends.
That's not responsible.
I was responsible to ask one of my best friends.
That's not responsible.
and one of my closest people to me
That's not
to please
responsible.
wake me up last night because I am fucked up. I already knew how this narrative was gonna go. I knew it, so I text someone who I trusted
Right. Let it
to
out.
say, "Can you please wake me up in the morning so I can do what we need to do for the show?" Continue to text messages.
Eric said, Chris, wake him up. I said, Eric, he's 30, a grown-ass man. Why wasn't his alarm set? Eric said, I don't care. The show doesn't age, but it knows the three of us. I don't know, but I'm going to need y'all to head to the studio. I said, I'll just be on my way. Eric said, okay. Then I said, I went in his room and I called his phone. Nothing. It's okay. He's probably just hungover as hell. Just leave him. I'll give him until 9:30, then I'm leaving. That was the messages.
I really didn't see it for you coming. I was just like, all right, at this point, if you really are not moving, because you didn't pick up any of my calls, I'm like, he's not.
I woke up at 9:30
It had to be.
when Chris called me the third time. Don't you call me
I
9:30?
don't know.
I woke up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and I'm here.
Okay. You made it.
I'm I'm still here. I think this is a great. I was going to use this for uniquely speaking, but I think this is a great time to. No, I'm going to say it for uniquely speaking.
Okay, good.
Because I have a campaign. I definitely have a campaign.
Good, because there's nothing in the doc for it.
There is something in the doc for it.
At all. Number 4.
I'm not saying number 4 because there's something in the.
A Queens woman pleads guilty to killing a woman after a botched butt surgery. Shout outs to Queens. I don't think this was the right time to do it, but I don't get many opportunities on this show. A woman pleaded guilty on Friday to criminally negligent homicide after killing a woman from botched butt injections that she had performed on her. ABC News reports that Donna Francis, 39, pleaded guilty to injecting the lethal butt injections that killed 34-year-old Kelly Mayhew on May 30th, 2015 inside a Queens basement. In pleading guilty, the defendant has now admitted to causing the death of a young woman who sought a cosmetic procedure at a discount and paid with her life, Acting District Attorney John Ryan said. Mayhew traveled to New York from Maryland and paid Francis $1,600 for the surgery. Francis was running an illegal underground clinic in a basement and had no medical license. She injected Mayhew with silicone gel that she had purchased from eBay. The silicone then entered Mayhew's bloodstream and killed her. Following the tragic incident, Francis flew to London to escape, but she was extradited in August. She will face up to a year in jail. Up to a year?
For killing the girl that injected her with eBay silicone?
No. So, the Queens woman pleads guilty to killing woman after botched butt surgery. So, the woman who did it pleaded guilty. She's like, I did do it. But she fled to London first, and then that's when they got her ass. But only a year in prison.
Wait, they got her before she got to London? Or when she got to London?
Say it again?
They got her when she got to London or before she got to London?
After.
Oh, when she came back to Queens.
They caught her ass there.
In London?
She's just a Queens woman. Like, that's where she's from, and then she
how
flew out.
How did they get her in London, though?
They tracked her ass.
I mean, once you have to give your ID to fly, it's pretty much done. If there's a one information, like, where are you going?
Yeah.
At first, I read this as a Queens woman killed a woman who gave her a bad butt surgery.
That's what I thought, too.
That's what I thought it was. And maybe I read it with that energy, but no. The Queens woman is the killer. No shout outs to Queens. God damn you.
Oh, so she injected her and she died, and she said, bitch, you dead, I'm leaving.
Basically.
Oh, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah, she shot her in her ass too much, and that silicone went straight to her heart. Damn. No to everybody.
Because you was done, bitch. But only for a fucking year?
How much did she get?
Well, one, that's malpractice. Two, that's practicing without a license. Three, that's murder.
It is murder.
So she should definitely get she should get something really harsh, because those are a lot of, like, if you really want to break it down, those are a lot of things that she's doing.
Those are heavy charges.
Yeah.
First off, you're getting silicone from eBay.
eBay?
I could put shit on eBay. I could sell silicone on eBay. And you buy it from me?
Where do you get it from?
What, silicone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good question. Like,
this is why I don't inject people.
What type of silicone? I don't understand.
And how much did they put in her ass, I wonder?
How fat did she want her ass?
Or maybe she wasn't trying to get an ass. She just did that.
Give me the Cardi.
Give me the Nicki. Lopsided.
This is not okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
not
to say
okay.
That. I didn't mean to say that. But, if your ass is lopsided, your ass is lopsided.
That's real.
Nicki's ass is amazing.
How you say it's all yours and your thighs don't match? Let me tell you, I seen someone with a fake ass the other day.
Did you?
And it's really, really awkward.
Yeah.
Because they have the ant booty.
Yeah, little legs.
Little ass legs, but then your booty's like bloop.
Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't even look real. So why don't they like shoot up like the lower part of their butt, the upper part of their thighs?
I don't know.
Like, I would ask that. I would ask, like, can you shoot a little bit in like the lower part of my thighs so that it looks congruent?
These women are doing their best to look good for niggas, and you are. Just...
But you don't look good.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice shiny fucking dress
with
on with a fucking
and
crown
fake ass
when she was taking slaves to freedom?
I'm gonna ask the resident. I'm going to ask the resident straight man in the room.
Chris.
Well,
Chris likes a lot of girls who have had surgery.
Yeah, he does. But Chris, would you date someone with a fake ass?
If it looks real, yeah. If it's like an ant ass, then I wouldn't.
Chris would fucking amputee and break her leg.
My brother has a friend who we always think has a fake booty, but he says his booty is real. But I think his ass is fake, and it's just not cute.
What makes you think it though?
Niggas get.
Oh
asses?
yes, niggas get fake.
Are you
asses,
kidding me?
Chris.
Plastic surgery is worldwide.
It is. It is
for
universal.
every part of the motherfucking body. People have inserted abs.
Oh wow.
Like it gets real in these streets. Have you not watched Botch?
No.
You be amazed. People are really trying to craft themselves to surgery. I mean, if you have the money, go for it. I think one thing I would do if I ever had the money for plastic surgery, I would get something to like not have bags under my eyes. But that's it. I don't want to look tired.
Like Botox?
No, I don't know. I saw Debrat do something because I was watching Dish Nation at a point, and she wouldn't have this thing where I don't know what they did, but they removed the bags under her eyes. I don't want to look tired. But even that, I'm like, if I have to like upkeep it, I'm good. I just need to sleep more and take iron pills.
Yeah, no. No matter how much, I just couldn't get plastic surgery ever. It's like, why?
I thought about getting a nose job.
Kelvin, why?
I thought my nose was big.
You don't have much of a nose.
I have a very nigger Baskerville nose.
Let me see. No, you don't.
And I thought about getting a nose job when I was younger. I was like, well, when I was like in my early 20s, like I'm getting a nose job.
It's kind of like one hit or miss. Like if you don't get a good doctor, I mean, one, you could be like this woman.
Yeah.
But still, you got to fix it when they do fuck it up if you're still alive. Like, I don't got time.
Exactly.
And then I don't know. I don't feel like black people ever need plastic surgery. I feel like
we're
it's
beautiful.
because we always have our noses are not like long and narrow like white people. Our our lips are full. Unlike white people's lips are like very very very
Very paper
thin.
towel.
A good
A
portion
very
of
paper
it.
towel.
Yeah, they're like very very thin. Like, I don't know. I feel like we're always given what we need. I guess.
That's fair and oppressive to other groups, but you know,
It really was. But hey, if I can't love on me, who gonna love on me?
that's from number 5.
Who gonna love on me? Who gonna love on me? That was in.
Yeah, I am Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
I got it.
Sorry. Number 5.
A mother is banned from having more children after giving birth 44 times.
You think?
A Ugandan woman is banned from having more children.
Shit, my people.
Talking all loud. Them fake
AOL
ass
is still in
foes.
business. AOL is still in business.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
That's what stuck out to you about this story.
According to AOL News, yes.
That's crazy. I
haven't
heard that
used that
noise
since
in
middle
so long.
school.
Yeah, it's been a long time. A Ugandan woman is banned from having more children after giving birth 44 times. According to AOL News, Miriam, we're going to call her Naba. Miriam Naba has given birth to 44 children, which include 4 sets. What the fuck, man? Sorry, the computer took me back from my story. I don't think they liked what I was about to say, but I was just going to go on with the story.
44 children.
How old is she? I don't know how she is.
Let's see. It should say,
28.
Miriam Naba has given birth to 44 children, which include 4 sets of twins, 5 sets of triplets, and 5 quadruplets.
Damn, that's some.
Oh,
good
her pussy is just tattoo it wide
That's
low.
some good pussy though.
Is it? Because she's more stretched out than a woolly mammoth.
It gotta be if you keep coming in that shit like that.
Ain't nobody going in there. That's the Holland Tunnel. The single mother had her first child at 13, a year after she was sold into marriage, and supports her 38 children by working 3 jobs as a tailor, hairdresser, and herbalist. Gynecologist Dr. Charles...
How old is the first child? Because they should have a job too.
They're not saying her age. Gynecologist Dr. Charles Kagundu said in an Al Jazeera documentary about Naba's life that she has a condition called hyperovulation. Ovulation. Hyperovulation. Got it. Hyperovulation is when a woman's body releases more than 1 egg during her menstrual cycle. You find that some women have the potential of having in between 10 to 12 eggs that come at the beginning of the month. However, doctors have now banned her from having any more children. Naba has attempted to use birth control to regulate her cycle, but it has proven dangerous to her health. After she gave birth to her 18th child, Naba fell into a coma while using an IUD.
You think?
Nevertheless, the mother wants her children to have an education. All 50 of them. Generally, I have tried to educate them. My dream is that my children go to school. They can lack anything else, but they must go to school. I also want them to join the NFL. As a matter of fact, I want to start my own NFL team
Well, you're on your way.
called Naba's Kids. Now, what I have to say to this story, now that last part was fictitious as fuck, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
was say she's on her way. She
Yeah.
needs 60 people on the football team. She's there.
Yeah, Naba's not there yet. If we're going to do this to her, who's going to step in and stop Kiki Wyatt? Because she's on child 10.
Kiki's on child 10, child.
I haven't heard an album since My First Love, and I think that was in 2000 and motherfucking one.
And that wasn't
Kiki.
even her fucking album.
It was Avant's. Kiki. Having all them fucking kids want to be fertile so bad. Future, Kiki Wyatt, and Naba.
And
Stop
Boosie.
having so many fucking kids.
And
Lucci too?
Eddie Murphy.
And Eddie Murphy. What is wrong with y'all?
So many fucking children.
Kids make the world go round, but they also
Catherine
accumulate debt, bitch. They accumulate debt. Stop
But
bringing
Catherine
them
had
in.
good pussy.
Who?
Catherine Jackson.
Catherine Jack. Let me not talk about
She had
this old
good
woman.
pussy. Cause she had
Marlon
good
Wayans'
pussy.
mama.
Marlon Wayne's mama had good pussy too, though.
That's platinum level pussy.
Yeah.
Platinum level pussy.
That's
No, I just
like-
think
that's like
they're
Tina
fertile.
Knowles' pussy.
They must just be fertile.
Fertile as fuck. More fertile than half the plants in Home
I
Depot.
don't think it has anything to do with their pussy game.
It got to do, because if you keep coming up in that shit, it's good. Chris, you're not. Well, let me clear this up, because I've never indulged, but you have, right?
And pussy.
Yes.
Have you come in pussy before?
Never.
It's
I've never went raw before.
It's never been. You never.
Never.
I respect you. That's good.
I really respect you,
I can't do that.
because I know I have. Definitely.
What? So, I just at this point, like Naba.
Chris, you never wanted to come in some pussy?
I've wanted to. I'm never gonna do it.
You
until
never was
I'm
like,
married.
damn, I'm about to get this bitch pregnant.
Nope. That's the dumbest shit I could ever think. I'm not ready for no kid. Why would I set myself up for that?
That's why I think God knew. Because if it was some good, I was like, I'm about to get this bitch pregnant.
Nope.
I definitely had a kid
Me
by
and my
now.
boys were just talking about that this morning.
What?
Like, if the pussy's that good, like, you come in and like, I'm about to get this pregnant. Like, lock her down.
he said some dumb shit like, I think he said, I think the question was like, why is there more baby showers than it is weddings, I think, or something like that.
Mhm.
And I was just telling him, like, y'all niggas don't like using condoms.
Yeah.
That's why. And then usually, y'all don't have the intent of even being together. Y'all just fucking.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, oop, there's a baby. So like, no one even has that intent. They just be doing whatever,
Yeah.
and here comes a baby.
And I love
Yeah, I
kids
get
so
that.
much, but like, if you know you're not ready to have a kid, stop fucking wilding.
Can I, just a side note on a story of a child. Why did Chris and Breon ban me from getting a child?
Really? Why?
AKA a dog.
Oh, thought it was a baby. Why? Don't y'all want a dog?
Why do I don't like dogs?
Chris literally told me that he was going to tell our landlord that I
sure
had a
will.
dog.
Oh, is it not a pet-friendly property?
It's not.
Oh, damn.
Well, it is, but I'm assuming you got to pay for it.
Oh.
But the thing is, I did tell Breon I was getting a dog. I lied to Breon and told him I was going to get a puppy.
Mhm.
And his
Do
ass.
you know how dumb it is for him to get a puppy when he's never home?
Yeah, it's man's best friend for a reason. They need you to be there.
And do you know what Breon did?
What?
He texted Chris and said Kelvin's gonna get a dog. You know what Chris said?
What?
He's not bringing no fucking dog in the house.
I would tell immediately. I have their numbers.
You've never liked a dog?
I used to like dogs until I had a dog bit me in my ass when I was like 12.
40 years ago.
Ever since then, I hate dogs.
40 years ago.
I don't
a
even
dog.
like animals. I don't like animals. None of that.
So now my first child has to suffer because Chris got bit in the ass at 12.
You're never home. What the fuck do you need a dog for?
The dog is going to suffer.
The
if
dog's
you're
not going
gonna
to
be
suffer. The dog's
home.
going to go where I go.
It's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
I don't know.
And I want to refute the claim that I'm never home. Because I'm home a lot.
You're not home enough to have a dog.
When my door's open, I see you. Where am I at?
Can we continue with
Where am I at?
I'm actually...
Where am I at?
Yeah.
Where am I at?
If
in
we
my
could-
room.
If we could continue.
I'm in my room looking at you. I see you.
And that was all for it, bitch. You better read.
Yep, period.
And I'm laying there just chilling, minding my business, working.
Huh.
And
I
now it is
feel-
time for the topic.
I feel no, it's not. Yes, the topic is why can't Kelvin have a dog?
Eric.
Don't you play that down? Take my headphones off.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is it over?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
The topic for today, we've been seeing so many videos and whatever of like people who are not black saying the word nigga.
That's real.
And we just saw Gina Rodriguez that was so stupid for her to still even post that. But yeah, so she was in the video talking about how niggas. She was singing some Fuji song. Do
Yes.
you know the song?
Shit, give me a second. It's Not Killing Me Softly. It is. What's the other one that's really Ready or Not?
Okay, so yeah, she was singing the part that said niggas give her heebie-jeebies.
Yes.
So, and everybody is on her ass about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have Cardi B, who says nigga every other 2 seconds,
She does.
and not even just Cardi, it's a lot of people, but her, she just so prevalent to saying it. So why? My question is, I just don't understand why we give so much shit to Gina this past weekend, and everybody just praises Cardi. Like, I don't understand that. For her saying the word nigga as much as she does, she never gets shit thrown at her for that by black people.
For me, I think that
Cardi
Cardi
Skittles.
Cardi gets a pass. Cardi gets a pass for the most part because in New York,
She dates a black nigga. Is that why?
No.
growing up
That's
in
not
New
it.
York, it's like a really big melting pot. Kelvin, do you want some?
I can't stomach it,
It's like such a big melting pot, like especially in
but I do because
The
I need to
uptown
get
area
this
of
liquor
New York?
taste out my mouth.
especially in the uptown area of New York, a lot of blacks and Hispanics merge because that's the community. Like New York's melting pot is a big melting pot, and a lot of the lines get blurred, and you'll have Dominicans and Puerto Ricans with a lot of shared experiences based on like their area. That just like it's not about black and Spanish. It's really like family all around.
Life.
Because I have black aunties. I mean, I have Spanish aunties based on family connections and stuff like that. Now, granted, they don't say nigga and stuff like that, but I understand the connection that much. So I feel like with Cardi growing up in that environment, she says nigga as fluidly as she has before her career. I'm almost positive because it's just that is how it is in New York. Now, my stance on it in terms of Gina Rodriguez, and I do understand that it's a double standard, is that if Hispanics, I mean, the whole Afro-Latin thing is an argument, but if Hispanics are going to do it and we don't necessarily know that they have black ancestry and I can't necessarily police them, how do I say it to the Mexicans and the Salvadorians? Granted, like, I just be wanting to say, if you're not dark, don't say that shit. But, like, that's technically not how it works. I don't know. It's too damn layered. That's why I don't fucking be penalizing people for saying that.
Because I don't care about that whole, if you have color, you can say it. No, I just feel like if you're black, yeah, you can say it. But if you're not, what the fuck you saying nigga for?
Now, how do you break that down, though? Black in what sense? Skin black?
If you're not mixed with black or you're just not simply black, you can't say it. That's how I feel.
How much mixed with black? You see how many layers there are?
Like,
to
let's
this?
just say if you have a white dad and a black mom, you can say it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But I don't know. Like, I just don't like that. Like, I just don't like the fact that we really be giving Cardi a pass at any and every fucking thing. Just like when she said she'll spit on E. I mean, Access Hollywood. If that was anybody else, let that have been somebody.
What is going on?
I told you I've been sick.
To say he's been sick.
I just feel like if that would have been anybody else, they would cancel whoever that was. But since it's Cardi and everybody just loves Cardi and everybody loves how outspoken she is or whatever, everybody gives her a pass for everything.
They did talk about her parenting. They
Well, what
made it
did
seem
they
like-
really even say?
They, were
They
basically-
said that she was
essentially a deadbeat
a
mom.
deadbeat
and
mom,
other people are
and
raising
other
her
people
kids.
raising her kid, and culture calls other people mommy.
And I think for the fact that Culture is a newborn and Cardi is probably giving it her all as a parent, is like, whoa, bitch, don't.
Cardi is
fucking play
literally
with me.
always with culture.
She's always with Culture.
And so that's okay for her to act the way she did on that video.
I mean, in terms of expression,
Well, we're
I think
talking
it's
about
perfectly
two
fine.
different things.
Well, now we're talking about
We have to
this.
pinpoint what our issue is and where we're going with this.
Well,
Just-
right now we're talking about her saying that she'll spit on him.
Just to hash the issue out, I feel like if someone was to come at my parenting, like for you to be a publication, kind of like not the same thing, but when BET was basically saying like
the Nicki Minaj thing.
Nicki Minaj got her wig snatched by Cardi's performance, and da 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 da. It's like you're supposed to be a professional platform. What kind of fucking biased bullshit is this? Don't fucking play
Like,
with
we don't
me and
even
try
do
and play
that.
me in these streets.
Why are we bringing up other people?
So for that, I would go up because don't fucking try and embarrass me, especially when it's not even your place to do it. If you're an online blogger and just like your own entity, that's fine. But for you to be supposed to be this unbiased organization that we both have done work for and I've supported you throughout my career, don't fucking play with me. For Access Hollywood, if you expect to have an interview with me or anything like that, but you're sitting here basically saying someone else is raising my kid that I know I'm raising every night, don't fucking play with me because that's disrespectful as fuck. You know, you can talk about my music, you can talk about my fashion, all this, but do not talk about my newborn child that I know I'm putting in work for. So for that, I completely understand. And she's also a gutter butt bitch. Like, I feel like giving Cardi a pass because that's Cardi as a person. Like, I feel like people are gonna react to that how they react to that, but I feel like Cardi's reaction wasn't overdone. I feel like that was her most authentic reaction. I wasn't shocked by it or anything.
I don't think she has a team of people to say, all right, Cardi, don't do that.
No, because her career has been built on her personality, and that video was a elevated version of her personality. Like, her pissed off is that.
So if she would have spat on somebody, everybody would have been okay with it?
I don't think she actually
Nobody
would.
would-
I don't think
Yes,
she
she
would
would. I
have
think she
actually
would.
would have spat on somebody.
If she had let's just say if she had like a interview or something that night with Access Hollywood or they were around or something like that, I feel
I
like
don't
she
think
still
she
would
would
have
have
did it.
spat on them.
I can't say. Now, I feel like early in Cardi's career, she definitely would be the type to spit on someone. So I can't say I don't see her spitting on someone. Hopefully someone would talk to her before the interview and be like, hey, I know what you said earlier, but don't actually spit on
I don't
them.
think that she would have spat. I think she literally just would have walked past them and gave them a look.
I just...
No.
Well, okay, on that side, I get Cardi's thing. Don't fucking talk about my kids. Now, in terms of her use of the word nigga, I don't know.
Let's get back to the topic.
Because it's tough. Like, coming from New York, you have so many Puerto Ricans and Dominicans that say nigga. And I don't police them because it's just sounded so organic. And I understand the melting pot that is New York. Like, we are so connected. But then you get out here and I'm substituting and I hear little Mexican, Salvadorian, Guatemalan kids saying it. And I'm just like, whoa, you're not fucking black. But then I don't even know their ancestry. You see what I'm talking about? Like, how do you police it if you don't even know the full gist of it? I don't know. That's why I just
So you
gave up.
saying with the El Salvador people, like you saying if they have black, like if their grandparents are black, like is that what you mean?
I'm not doing a whole
See,
Ancestry.com
is
with
my
everybody.
thing. I have arrived to the point that I don't fucking care anymore. I think this cancel culture is so
I
stupid.
still care. 'Cause
I
I'm
think
black.
that I get it. I get it, Chris.
It does bother
But
me.
I'm at the point now that I can't police who can and can't say the word. I feel like as black people, we are so sensitive about things that we put out there to the world and get mad when people say it unto us. Like the whole Kendrick Lamar thing when he brought the little white girl on stage
Oh, and she said it?
to rap that song and say, you know the words? You know the words?
Why he bring a white girl on stage?
Exactly. You know the words? Yeah, I know the words. But then, where you from, my nigga? West else from my nigga? You know that those are the fucking words. You ask her this, you know the words. And then you get mad and chastise her when she says the words to the song that you asked her that do you know the words.
But if you're white-
But hold on. But you set her up for that.
If
No,
you're,
you didn't.
You
Not
yes, you
intentionally.
did.
no,
You set her up for
as
that.
As a kid, because I feel like to a certain age you don't understand the extent, especially if your area doesn't make it a big thing. Because I'm pretty sure in white neighborhoods the word nigga isn't a huge topic of discussion. Because
everybody
who's getting
says
triggered?
it.
Because who's getting triggered in a white neighborhood to make you feel like that's wrong? In a black neighborhood, if you're a white kid in a black school, you understand. I probably shouldn't say this because the rest of the cafeteria are gonna beat my ass. But if you're just in a predominantly white area and you hear a bunch of white kids rapping white nigga and all this stuff, you're not gonna think much of it because no one's policing it. And if the artist himself brings my little white 12-year-old ass, I don't know how old she is. If the artist himself brings my ass on stage and tells me to sing the lyrics, knowing what he wrote and knowing that I am not black and should not say this, I'm probably gonna say it because I've just been given a pass in front of his whole audience. I don't know. It's starting to become an argument of should we just not include it in music if we don't want people to say it?
I have a very unpopular opinion.
Go
Because I
for
used
it.
to be very sensitive. I used to get super pissed off about everybody that used it.
Mhm.
Is that you weren't black. At this point in my life, if you're not using it in a derogatory way,
Mhm.
I don't care. And it goes back to the fact that, like, my world lens has been changed.
Mhm.
And, like, I understand, like, Hispanics use it just as much as we use it.
Mhm.
And I understand that white people use it as much as we use it sometimes
Ooh, that's
amongst their
triggering.
friends.
That's fucking triggering.
It's the honest reality,
Yeah, it is.
and it has become a word that's become so novice and just like freely used that I feel like as long as you're not saying nigger in a derogatory way towards me or anyone of color, I can't sit here and worry about what's going on. But if you're saying it along with a song, he was like, "What's up, my nigga?" Then okay, it's the same with like saying that's gay.
Don't be comfortable with me to
How
say
is that
it.
the same?
It's the
saying that's
same
gay?
as that's gay because saying that's
How?
gay is very derogatory towards a homosexual person.
What?
It is
Yes,
illegal,
and
actually.
you want to understand it because you're not gay.
Hold on. So if,
You want to understand because you're not gay.
let
Like,
me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So let's say you do something that's gay, and I'm like, bro, that's gay.
What-
How
but
now
be-
you're offended?
Yeah, I am offended.
It's a blanket
What?
statement.
It's a
Because
very blanket statement,
Yeah,
and,
but how many
and
times
it's
have you-
used.
have
but
you said
no,
that before?
Exactly. How many times have I said nigga?
You're black. I don't care if you say nigga.
But I'm also gay.
okay.
Okay, so that if you say like that's gay, you crying, that's gay. Or nigga, you get a nigga hug, that's gay.
No, see, no. I'm talking about.
But no, this is the issue. Like, we cannot police terms that are only for us, and how we get offended for terms that are only blanket for us. If someone says something that's gay, that's semi-effeminate or semi that we don't like, and we say that's gay, that's putting a negative connotation on somebody that is gay.
but
so
crying
then they
and giving
can
someone
feel-
a hug, that's not gay.
But some people say that's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're like kids, yeah, I'm sure we all have said, bro, that's gay.
You have
But the
some
same
older
thing
people
with
that still
nigga.
say that.
It's the same thing. Like, you cannot police certain words and not police other words because they don't apply to your situation. And that's not you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. Like, people put so much power into certain words, and they're not even saying it to you. I have no problem with Gina Rodriguez saying nigga. I don't know where she comes from, but she looks like she hung around some niggas. She looks like she hung around some niggas, and like that may have been her culture, and that's how she was immersed in it. Now, if Taylor Swift talking about my nigga, now I have a problem.
We'll
What's
burn
the
that bitch on the
difference?
stake.
Because
No,
Taylor,
that's such a
because
double
Taylor
standard.
Swift
Rodriguez and Swift.
because
is the
Taylor
difference.
Swift is from Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
She never hung around black people. That was never the thing with her.
That's bullshit.
She never was immersed in the culture. I doubt that she probably knows a couple rap lyrics now, but she didn't grow up listening to that. That was not her at 12, 13, 14. I really feel like Gina grew up around those songs, grew up around the black neighborhood, and has used the word before.
So just
and
because
just like
you
in
grow
a
up around
friendship.
black people, that means you're allowed to say it.
It's just the thing is when you're brought into that community where you feel like it's okay to use the word nigga and you're not black, like I can't because you're from LA and I don't know how things are out
From
here.
Detroit.
I'm from Los Angeles.
We're not doing this.
We're not.
So, for me, being in New York, like, there's no clear differentiation between a Dominican and a black person.
Because
Like,
they all grew up in the
they
same
grew up-
housing.
What does that matter?
But this is my thing. Like, if you grow up in the same neighborhood, in the same housing project, everybody looks at each other the same. If you are brown, if you are black.
So Eminem gets.
No, let me say.
No.
Let me finish, Chris.
No, Eminem
If
does
you
not.
are brown, if you are black, and you are in these neighborhoods, you are all looked at the same. There's a mixing pot. You slept with this person slept with that person. You live upstairs from this live from there. Everybody's, what's up, my nigga? I'm good, my nigga. What's good?
It's just-
the nigga word is a part of the community, and it's a second nature. So people don't think about what's brown,
Right.
what's black, what's acceptable, what's not, because it's a part of the culture. And I feel like that word has become so much a part of our popular culture because we have put it in songs. And now my thing is, don't keep saying it if you don't want other people to say it, because you know who are the consumers of your music, and you know who the consumers of the things. She sung it to a rap song. If she was calling somebody else a nigga, like derogatory, I would be offended. But if she's rapping a song with the lyric in it, I'm not offended. Just like if Eminem's 90% of his songs say faggot.
Ugh, that word.
90% of the songs say faggot. But we rap along and we go around with it,
I don't.
and people
This
say
has
it.
no
And
correlation.
this is the same thing, and this is also what Eric was talking about in the group chat about segregating black issues and gay issues.
Yeah.
These are all the same things. We cannot separate a certain term because we don't identify with what that is. Faggot has the same derogatory meaning and the same hurt and the same trauma as nigga does.
So you're saying gay people can say that?
I don't think I say it all the time. I don't say it all the time, but I say it in a joking way. But I do think gay people can say it, but it's a really how you say it. It's like really how you say it to me.
I think-
because people are dying. People have
Y'all
died.
both. Hold on.
Let
Now,
me finish.
can-
Let me
you've been
finish.
talking
No,
for
let me
20
finish my
minutes.
statement. Just let me
Not
finish
20
statement.
minutes.
People have died because of both of those words.
Yeah, that is true.
People have died and are still dying because of both of those words.
Right.
So I cannot sit here and police who can say it, who can't say it. I have to police what's your intent behind the word. Now go ahead.
Y'all both have said that y'all hate that word. I'm not gonna say it. Y'all both have said that
You
y'all
say faggot.
I'm not gonna say it. But y'all both have said y'all both have said it, how much y'all hate the word, right? But now you're saying as long as you don't say it in a derogatory way, it's okay.
The way I think it's been painted is the same way as nigga, where it's like I'm taking the power back from the word. Me personally, I find the word disgusting because whenever it was used to me, it was at the height of the time. Like the significance of it to me is when I was in the closet and it just was filled with a bunch of hate. Like when someone said it, it was a way to make me feel less than, different, hated. So for me now in this space, there's no taking power back in it. I hate that word because it's so fucking toxic and my associations with it are toxic. Now for the word nigga, I did not live in the time of slavery. I grew up in a time where it was already being like repurposed.
But in slavery, niggas were saying nigger. Nigga, I feel like that's just something we did.
I mean,
and like whenever, I don't know what age.
So who can say nigga?
Black people. I just told you that. That's my whole argument.
But your argument right now was that nigga was never used in a derogatory term.
I'm talking about what he just said, that he just said that nigga was used like, around slavery or whatever. But back in slavery, we really only said nigger. Well, white people. We really only said nigger.
So now that the A is added, is it okay?
It's okay for who? White people?
Yeah,
or
because,
people who are
because
black?
now it's not used in the same derogatory term that it was before.
Are you asking me, can anybody that's not black say it?
Yes.
No, that's my whole argument.
Based on your argument that you just said, how nigger was derogatory and
Right.
used as hatred, but nigga wasn't.
Nigga wasn't until like later. I can't remember what era it was, but it didn't start, like the A didn't come until like after that. It was only nigger at one point in time.
So since nigga has been taken back by us, nobody can say by black people because it's associated with us.
My whole argument, again, is if you are not black, you should not say nigga or nigger.
But now, how do you do this? Is there a checklist that you come across? Do you prick
I'm
somebody's blood
I'm not about to do all that.
That's what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is I don't like when people who are not black who say it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm about to go check your fucking ancestry.com. I'm not saying I'm going to do all that. I'm just saying if you're around me and you are not black, if you are not light-skinned, all three of us are three different shades of black. If you are not our three shades of black, I don't feel like you should say it. That's my whole argument.
I get it.
I get that completely. My argument in talking about New York is not me necessarily saying I think Dominicans and Puerto Ricans should say it. I am saying that I understand how it has happened because that is the dynamic of that place. Like, the dynamic of New York is very, like, we are family. Like, me having Spanish aunts and people that have raised me, my Spanish aunt picked me up. My Spanish aunt. I'm just doing that for clarity. My Spanish aunt picked me up when the World Trade Center happened. Like, not my mom. She sent her to come get me from school and da-da-da. Like, that's very much that relationship. I stayed there. She watch me, like, it's very that. So I understand in New York how that has become a thing. But now I am in LA getting triggered when I hear someone else who is also Latin say nigga, but just a different part of the diaspora. So it's just like, now I am confused where it's just like, okay, you said that your Puerto Rican and Dominican aunt can say it, but the Mexican kid over in your school can't say it. And because now it's becoming hypocrisy, I'm just like, well, bitch, shut the fuck up until you figure out how you feel about it. And because I don't know how I feel about it, it's just so fucking layered. I don't know how I feel about it. Granted, if I could have everyone that is our complexion only say it, that'd be great.
But I wish there was a way that could happen.
But then you're limiting people who are just naturally lacking melanin and pigment from saying it, even though they could be black as shit. Like, it's just like, it's so much layers that I don't feel like policing so deep. And
I think that's my issue too. I agree with what you're saying, Chris. I totally get what you're saying.
Completely.
I completely agree
at
with what you're saying.
No,
but I just
what
know,
you said, it basically sounds like what you're saying is, as long as you're not saying it in a derogatory way, you're totally fine. That's what it sounds like.
And that's what I've arrived to. Because it's so much work. Because it's so much work to try to police who can say it.
But I'm not saying do all that. I'm not saying do all that.
Because, like, I know you're not. But I'm just saying from my experience, like, when I go out and when someone plays Gold Digger, right? In the unedited version. And I'm in this mixed area, right? Because I'm in the industry. I'm at an event with industry people. Mm-hmm. I can't, every time I turn around and they say, I ain't saying shit Gold Digger, but she ain't breaking a broke nigga, I can't look around and look at all the white faces and all the brown faces and try to say, like, okay, who said it?
But you not about to sit here and act like you don't think that. Like,
I do think of it. Absolutely. But I also realize that I can't sit here and police who says and who doesn't say it.
But I hear you, but I'm not saying that's what you need to do. Like, oh my God, who said it? I'm about to take names and fucking report them to the FBI. I'm not saying do all that.
I know.
All I'm saying is I just don't feel like motherfuckers should
What
say
you say?
it.
Kelvin, don't forget about Evelyn too.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring up the Evelyn OG thing. Like Evelyn's from New York.
Yes, she is.
She grew up in New York,
in the Bronx.
in the Bronx.
The fucking dirty Bronx.
Her culture and the people that she grew up with in her barrel in her neighborhood said nigga. So she said nigga. It's like the way that people are brought up and the way that they are raised. Like they all are seen the same. Like
So
I'm pretty sure
Vanilla
she
Ice-
was called nigga.
So Vanilla Ice
Was called
Post
nigga.
Malone.
Was called
Eminem.
Post Malone was probably not called nigga.
But I'm
And
saying,
Eminem was
tho-
not called
but
nigga.
I'm saying those are three white logic.
Y'all think
Like,
Vanilla Ice was called nigga?
I'm just saying that he's in that culture. He's in like that hip hop. He was in that hip hop culture. Post Malone, like niggas are making rap music, so they had to have been hearing it or whatever.
Now, the one thing I would say about so in terms of being in that culture, not necessarily hip hop culture, but being raised in this culture, like being raised and everyone around you is like black, brown, like it's just being raised in that sense, not being raised watching
white,
BET.
if you're white and you are raised on hip hop,
Now
the
that-
white people, your parents not playing it.
But that's not the thing. Like in New York, that is one line. I've never seen a white person in New York in those communities be like my nigga, and it was all good. Like I'm saying, in terms of the Hispanics and the blacks, that is what I have seen.
because they looked at it as the same.
Because that is how they
Okay.
are meshed, and it's just different. But it also,
But it's also how the world looks at them. Mexicans
I don't give a fuck if you
Mexicans
got
are the new niggas,
I don't care about.
and
that.
I'll say this 1,000
Woo!
times.
Wait, what?
Mexicans,
Oh, in terms of oppression?
in terms of oppression, and in terms of racism, and how the country is treating them right now, Mexicans are the new niggas. But we can't have slavery. So what we doing? We're putting them in cages and we're sending them down to Mexico.
That's valid.
They're the new niggas. They're treated the same, but there's laws against slavery. There's laws against whipping
Right.
and in slavery. So
But
we
if
have to
they
find
were-
a new way.
Right.
If it was legal today,
They be
Mexicans
enslaved.
will be slaves.
Yeah.
And I stand 100% on that. The way that this administration is treating everybody that's not white or not a cisgender male that's heterosexual
Right.
is trash. Like every racial group has been targeted.
And that's not to say that, and we shouldn't compare struggles, but that's not to say that it goes back as deep as the others.
Yeah.
But just acknowledging that there is a certain level of oppression that they're facing. And this was kind of like the argument, and I'm not going to get too deep into this because I still want to have the panel discussion, but it is the argument of whether or not being gay and black are mutually exclusive. And it's just like, for me, it's not mutually exclusive because I am black and I am gay. Whether you say, oh, the first thing they see is your skin tone or whatever, my nigga, that does not mean I'm still not dealing with the effects of being gay from the ignorance of other people. Like, you'll have black people that will show up for your issues when it's like, oh, all black people get to the back of the bus. Oh, fuck out of here. We black. We in this together. But the minute that it's like, let's stop killing gays. Or trans, it's like, oh, that shit don't apply to me. But there's still black individuals that would still be in the back of the bus, whether they are trans, gay, straight. It's like, so
Fuck the back of the bus. In front of the front lines protesting for Black Lives That Matter.
right. More recently, like, how are we all protesting for Black Lives Matter? But the minute that it's
A gay Black life.
a gay black life, it's not as important to you because it doesn't apply. And it's just like, y'all want equality, but an imbalanced equality. And that's
if you're gonna be one
fucking
from all.
contradictory.
My mama said if you hate one person, if you hate one race, you'll hate all races. Same way, if you're gonna support one race, if you're gonna support some sector of the race, you gotta support all sectors of the race. You cannot be gray in this area of equality. If you're gonna be about equality, you gotta be equality for everybody, and that's that on that.
Yeah,
And I'm not even gay no more. I was about to tell Chris this morning, like, I'm straight as fuck, my nigga.
That was it for the topic.
Why? Because I.
Just when we get
it was a good conversation, and then you pulled Andrew Culver, who I cannot stand, by the way. Quick
Oh,
moment.
I hate
Did you
Andrew
see
Caldwell.
his,
He's a
Instagram
fucking
live video
troll.
with that woman?
I don't watch.
He's
any
a
of his-
troll.
The only stuff I see from him is when bloggers post short clips. Andrew Caldwell, you fucking disgust me. I would take a minute out this show to tell you how much you fucking disgust me because you are the problem with this world, or one of them. The fact that you sit there and profit off the fact that you are delivered and promote this idea that Christianity and the church can convert you and have you change your whole lifestyle, you are a Now I'm going back. You are a flaming homosexual, and no matter how much you sit there and try and fight it, it oozes from your fucking pores. When you sit there and look at these women who want nothing to do with you and sit there and say, oh, I love women's and try and bite their ass, you fucking disgust me. You are the definition of self-hate that is publicized and getting paid for it. And for every dumb bitch that shares him and promotes that, you are a part of the problem as well. Because that shit ain't fucking real. That shit ain't... You know, I had a conversation with a friend of the show and a friend of mine who would actually explain to me about conversion. And I would not say it does not exist. I'm doing so many fucking air quotes and sign language movements in this studio right now. But I won't say it doesn't exist because her story sounds like, for her, it could be a thing. But in my way of looking at it, that shit ain't real. That shit ain't real. And for you to take that to social media, there are so many kids right now that are put in straight camps and killed by their parents because they're just like, you don't have to be like this. I don't care what you're talking about. I know from my straight life that you don't have to be gay. First, I'm triggered. I'm moving on. I'll take the rest of the show with this. I'm moving on. What's next? Let's see.
No, I think here we is. If you're not black, don't say it.
That's my final.
That's the final thing. And I just feel like
you don't give a fuck.
No, I never said I don't give a fuck.
You just said if you
I do give a fuck. I do give a fuck.
Way, it doesn't matter.
Like, cause there's two people, like Adam, the party person the birthday party I went to last night.
Mm-hmm.
Adam raps.
Mm-hmm.
Adam has been around black people, but he's also from motherfucking Hawaii.
Adam,
but he's white.
Who's Adam?
My cameraman.
Oh,
yeah, and he never says it. Like, we be in the car, he makes sure he never says it. I also have another
Probably
coworker.
Because he's around you and you're black.
No. I know Adam as a person, and he never said it. And we had this conversation because another coworker of mine says it when the rap songs come on. And Adam's like, after he said, he was like, I never say that word. Like, I just feel like it's not my place to say it. Like, I understand the history of it and stuff like that. So then I was talking to the other coworker. I'm not gonna say his name because I won't put him on blast. But he was like, I say it because, like, in the song, and I don't mean any harm by it. And I know that I understand the history of it, but I also understand it's in how it's taken and how it's used. And I really had to look at that, and it took me a minute to really, like, arrive to a place like, I don't want you saying it, but also I can't stress myself and hate you now because you said it.
and it's also, what am I gonna do unless I plan on actually beating your ass and possibly having a lawsuit? What am I really gonna do? Like, for me, when I hear the little kids saying it and I'm substituting, am I really gonna sit and go like Al Sharpton with this and lose my job? Because I'm really there just to teach you. I'm not there to make you feel like now it's a race war in class and talk about who's black and who's not even knowing your background. Like, so I'm just like, damn, Eric, bite the bullet. But every time it happens, and it happens frequently, especially in these low-income neighborhoods, it happens all the time. And I'm just like, I don't even know how to proceed right now. I could turn this into race wars, or I could just sit here and get my check for the day and make sure these kids don't burn this building down. And I choose to make sure the kids don't burn the building down. I don't know. It's just like, because it's such a heated discussion that I don't even be knowing where to go with it.
And just to go back on cancel culture real quick, cancel culture is so fucking stupid.
It's so
We're not about to
backwards.
cancel Gina Rodriguez.
I don't know why. What does she do?
She's an actress.
I know she's an actress.
We're not about
but
to cancel her.
Whoa,
We're not about to cancel her. I feel like
She's not a huge actress, but she's a good actress.
Yeah. My thing with Gina Rodriguez is the fact that this snippet literally was 3 words
no.
before Nigga came out.
Motherfuckers have been canceling Gina ever since she what the fuck did she do? She had like some interview where she was like talking about I gotta find it. It was people have been canceling her a lot.
People have been canceling her for a few things. I recently read about it. Like, she advocates a lot for the Latinx community, and there was an interview that she was doing with Zendaya as well, where one of the interviewers phrased a question about how this was beneficial to black women, but she changed.
I think that's what I'm talking about.
Changed the narrative more so to all women, as opposed to like letting it be a black woman thing. But now, when people are talking about you shouldn't be able to use the word nigga, it's like, oh, but I'm also Afro-Latina. But it's just a matter of convenience type thing. But
what is Afro-Latina? If you got like a black dad and a Mexican mom?
if you have some type of
black ancestry.
kind of. If you have black in your blood.
Yeah.
But this is my thing about Afro-Latina and Afro whatever. I'm over that shit. I think race has been such a problem in our country, and it's been institutionalized as an identifier for hate. Like, if you're black, America has a history of hating every race that is not white. Mm-hmm. Asian, Mexican, African American. And I just feel like those identifiers are just another way to separate us. I'm black as shit. Mm-hmm. I'm so proud of my African American heritage and my African past and my American present.
We're fun. Being black is fun.
But I also feel like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if this is like a dumbass, old as fuck nigga mindset right now, but I'm over all the labels and I'm over all these, putting all these things on words and how we ingest them, and maybe I'm just like about to sage the house and like, I don't know. So if you smell sage in your room, that's what happened.
It takes a lot of energy on our parts to police the actions of others, especially because there's so many people. Pop culture is so prevalent, and black people's culture, like rap culture, is at the top of the charts right now. Everyone is doing it, and the major consumer is white. Like, it's so big at this point that I'm not going to sit there and police everyone. I just have to focus on what it is that I'm doing. Quick second back to Andrew Caldwell. You are a gay coon. That's what I meant to fucking say.
That's what it is.
You are a fucking gay coon. Pandering to society. Like, next. Where the fuck was I? Bring me back. What I don't like about Gina Rodriguez is that you knew what you were doing in this clip particularly, because it wasn't like it led up to the verse. It wasn't a bunch of lines before you got to nigga. I think it was one word. Niggas give me heebie-jeebies.
I don't even think she was saying shit before she said
I don't think she did either. I think she recorded it to go viral at that moment, and it worked. I don't know what you think is going to happen with your career from this point. I hope your acting sustains you. But that moment, you clearly posted that clip for controversy because there was no lead-up. And it wasn't even the start of the verse. And I know that for a fact. You didn't have to post it because you weren't going off in the lyrics. Your face wasn't on point. Like, you were just getting your makeup and hair done. And your lips weren't even fucking moving. That was all you knew. You just wanted controversy. So, Gina, bitch, you're a fucking... I'm really aggressive. I don't want to keep talking about this. I'm becoming really agitated about everything.
And to your point, I don't know why Cardi gets a pass and Gina doesn't.
I don't either. I mean, I only spoke on Cardi's part because she's from New York, and I can only speak to how I know how it's been in New York. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. This is just how it's been, and that's why I understand it. But that's it.
Because I don't understand. That's why I don't understand about cancel culture. We cancel the people that we want to cancel, and then we let other people live.
We cancel people that we don't deem as valuable. Because look at Chrisette Michele. All this woman did was sing at the inauguration.
Never said I voted.
Didn't say she voted for him. Doesn't promote him on social media. All she did was get a fucking check.
And we canceled her.
Committed to canceling her. Nobody has even brought Chrisette Michele back into the conversation. Even after she talked about thoughts of suicide and all this stuff, we still said fuck that black bitch. Why? Because black women are the most undervalued humans in society.
And you know what I did 2 weeks ago? I bought some Yeezys.
Kanye has put Confederate flags on his jacket, a flag that we know is associated with white supremacy. Like, and we still get on the bandwagon for this nigga because what, he has a black choir and he's found Jesus, but he went to Howard University, the mecca of black Greek education of blackness, and said the next time that they throw a net, let's not all stand in one spot. And y'all still gonna get fucking Yeezys and any affiliation that he has with Adidas or a Kardashian family, like, and y'all still promote Kylie and all this, the same people that are culture vultures, but we got rid of Chrisette Michele from making a fucking check. Kanye made many checks off of white supremacy and oppression of black people, and y'all still support him. Stop being so fucking unjust in your equality.
Say that. And that's what I hate about cancel culture. Chrisette Michele literally sung a gospel song at the inauguration.
One thing
with the hopes of trying to mend the country.
That was it. She didn't cut a mixtape saying MAGA, nothing. It was one
trying to mend the country.
She didn't get up there and think she was about to bring the country. You guys are singing that.
I think she felt like she thought like this. We're so divided. Let me get up here. Let me sing. Let me. She
wasn't the person to do that.
She said, I wore my Basquiat skirt with a message about police brutality and all this stuff on it. But I also look at like this Mahalia Jackson sung for Teddy Roosevelt.
Some culture for the kids.
Who else has sung for racist president? Reagan. We had all these people saying for him. We had all these blacks that went to the White House before, but we never canceled them. I think it's important that we are at the table and we
People
can't be.
cancel who they want to cancel.
That's
People cancel
it.
who we want to cancel, but it's important for us to be at the table in order to have a voice. And if we're not at the table and we're not having a discussion, then it's trash. Like, I'm not going to the White House to visit. Like, I understand, like, the NBA and all them other people saying I'm not going. Because what am I going to just be paraded around and just to be like, oh, hey, I'm here at the White House. But if I get a chance to sit at the table with Trump, I will have a conversation.
A conversation needs to be had because
we can't same, it's the same with Jay-Z and NFL. People
I was
are
just
mad
gonna
at
say
Jay-Z for cutting a deal with the NFL. But if we're upset about what they did to Colin Kaepernick, we're upset what they're doing to the African American players, we cannot have a voice in it if we're not at the table. Jay-Z has a seat at the table to voice what we're saying. So we can't get mad and try to cancel him because he's actually doing what
Jay will never get canceled
what we
anyway.
saying. Yeah. But what we're saying we're doing. But we're still having Super Bowl parties. We're still supporting NFL. We still got Sports Center on. We're still watching the stats. We're still keeping up with it. But we're having this fake protest, and I'm kneeling with Cap. But the whole time you're watching Sunday Night Football.
And what's the difference in Jay-Z trying to bridge the gap by sitting at the table and Chrisette Michele trying to bridge the gap with the mic?
Because it's Jay-Z and then it's Chrisette Michele.
And-
I think that's the biggest thing.
And I think that's when black people, because we're the ones leading this cancel culture. Yeah, it's the black people leading cancel culture.
It's all depending on who it is. If Beyonce got up there and sung that song, niggas wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Niggas not getting no fuck. And
not
it was like,
at
wow, look at
all.
Beyonce taking the stand
Yeah,
and
that's
fighting
exactly what
the
they
man
would've said.
right in front of their face.
It was Chrisette. If Rihanna would have got up there, they wouldn't have gave a fuck.
And this says a lot
But
about
if
our
it was
progression.
Ashanti, fucking
Ashanti would
Talk
be
about
cooked.
it.
Tony Braxton.
Talk
Tony
about it,
Braxton
Chris.
because-
If it was anybody who isn't, on that top tier,
Right.
of
Talk
a
about
of
it.
a person.
Yeah.
So it's really, if you on like a lower tier who no one really gives a fuck, they ain't gonna care.
And this says a lot about our progression as a culture. We're not down for each other. We're fighting for equality, but I don't know who we're fighting for it for. Like, we're not fighting for it for the black man. We're not fighting for it for the black woman. We're not fighting for it for the trans woman. Who do we want to be equal? Who? Because now it's about status and followers. Like, I'm not canceling you. You're too big of a star for me to cancel. But this is still a black person. This is still a black person doing something that you said you don't like for the last black person. So why didn't you keep the same energy? Who do we want to be equal?
And
if
like
we-
that's my problem with the cancel culture. We cancel who we want to. Why did it take 13 years to cancel R. Kelly?
and we knew.
And it took 5 seconds to cancel Chrisette Michele. Why have we not canceled motherfucking? Who else is a fucking creep? Well, I signed an NDA.
No, that's fair. Because R. Kelly was creeping long enough for it to be on VHS. When's the last time y'all had a fucking VCR? The fact that this shit was on tape and can be hit rewind should let y'all know that back in what,
And the
2000?
nigga been on trial since the 90s. So
It's low key different versions.
Cancel culture.
It's low key different versions of the O.J. Simpson case, where we knew he was wrong, but because of
He
the
did
status
that shit.
behind, we all know he chopped them up.
But because we loved him so much because he was an African
'Cause he
American
was black.
hero. And even when he denounced and said, I'm not black, I'm OJ, we still rallied behind him. All because he's black. And a black male.
and he played football.
Exactly, because
And
he
he was
did.
actually good.
He did, quote unquote, something for us.
But O.J. never
Stood on top of black issues.
He never related to being black. He said, "I'm not black. I'm OJ." And we
He
still
thought he
there.
transcended race.
We still sat there and got his ass off the trial
Same with Tiger Woods.
Niggas still say OJ didn't do it.
Yeah, but
because he's black, but not claiming us. We don't.
it's the same with Tiger Woods. Tiger has barely accepted that he's black. He'll say I'm biracial, but he won't say he's black. And we rejoice in his winning. We rejoice in all of his masters that he's got. But then as soon as he was with the white woman and started cheating and had the thing, we denounced him. We shunned him. But now that he's back at top of his game, hey, Tiger's back. Now we're rejoicing again. No, nigga,
no.
pick a fucking side.
Fuck you and your golf clubs.
Pick a
and
fucking
your drug issues.
side.
That last part was problematic, especially after the whole coke meth allegations of Kelvin.
That's
earlier.
Kelvin.
My Special Weston says, I'm still not personally watching the NFL, but Jay-Z's track record of being down for the culture, we kind of have to give him the benefit of the doubt and see what he does. Yeah, Jay-Z's been very pro-black. Yes, I'll give him that. But I don't want the remainder of this show to just be, black power to the people. So moving on. I already closed it out. I don't know how we got back back there because I played the Will Smith song twice.
I think you went
Andrew.
back to Andrew.
Stop
and
saying
then
his name.
somehow went back to that.
I'm sorry. Okay, we're done. So the question of the day, and in the doc it says Calvin ?
I'll put that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Chris
I
put
figured.
that in there.
Yeah, I figured.
So the question today is honestly like a real story for me.
There have been for the past 3 weeks.
What, like a real story for me? Because I bring my real life issues to this show.
I guess that's what you do.
Speak on it.
Chris, I missed you.
What's the question of the day?
Chris, you get on my fucking nerves.
What's the question of the day?
The question, can I get to it?
We've been waiting.
Question?
Thank you, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So the question today, friend zoning. How do you friend zone? And have you ever been friend zoned?
I've
So
just
somebody friend zoned you.
See, I don't know if I'm friend zoned or not because I met someone out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't meet somebody. I met somebody on the app, and I just since then has deleted the app. And because you know how I be about that, I be over that shit.
And
Because
that horrible intro.
niggas is trash. I don't want to see your dick. I don't want to see your ass. I'm not trying to fuck you. Why the fuck you send me this? Would you ever say that to me in person? Like, you're a fucking creep. Get the fuck
That'd
away.
be a lot.
What the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I never understood. Like, would you just walk up to me and pull your dick out? That is so fucking creepy.
That's some R. Kelly shit.
So fucking weird. But we definitely met, and we talked. We talked to 3:00 in the morning, like texting, and was texting right now, actually. And it's like, but they said they never could date me, but they never said why. They said we only could be friends, but they never said why. But they still flirt with me. We went out the club. They had their arm around me, all this other shit. I'm really confused. But I also think that they have an insecurity issue. That they think that my status is higher than their status, which is not. We're all on the same evil level playing field. But I think that's a reverse issue. But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother thing for
This
a whole
sounds
nother
very
day.
familiar. I feel like you said this shit about me and Lavender when I was said we weren't dating
Mm-hmm.
because you thought we were together, and I was telling you we weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But this sounds like the same shit.
Yeah, like we do the same. We do dating things.
That doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are together / dating.
But that's what I'm. But you can't do both.
Yeah, if you said that you can't ever date me, why are we doing date-like things?
Why? What do you mean?
I think I'm speaking on this because I have been the person that Kelvin's talking about, where I will say I'm not ready for a relationship, but we'll go like this is a relationship, like every part of it. Like if you don't text me, if you don't show up, I'm now like, what the fuck? Like why? He was just like, but you said.
That doesn't make sense. So wait, if you just because you do relationship things with somebody, that means you're in a I have to act like I'm in a relationship with you?
No,
not at all.
no,
Think about it like
no.
this. If you are saying that you cannot be in a relationship with someone, I think we should be friends.
Uh-huh.
Think about your relationship with your friends.
Okay.
If I am asking you to come over and hang out with me, like let's spend time together, all this stuff, but I'm like expecting this of you. Like I'm expecting you to just like, why not? Fuck it. That's kind of what we've been on. But then you're just like, nah, I don't feel like it, but I'm upset about it. Why am I upset?
That's because you like the person.
But I have you to an expectation of what? As if we're dating. Now think about if a friend cancels on you. Do you get mad? Like, do you get
Some
really
people-
upset about it?
No, I wouldn't.
Treat your friend, the person that you just friend zoned, with friend energy and not relationship energy.
But if I'm on the opposite side where I'm telling this person, hey, I don't want to be with you, or like, let's just hang or whatever. If you not getting what I'm telling you, that's on you. If you feel like I'm fucked up or whatever, I've been in that situation. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be with you or whatever. Like, let's just be cool or whatever like that. And they would still want to go out or still want to do whatever. I'm telling you up front that this is not what we can hang out. We can do that, but that's on you if you decide to keep allowing the shit that you don't. If you keep allowing the shit that I just told you I'm not ready for.
But this
well,
is
not ready for, but the shit that I told you I'm not trying to do.
But this is the thing. You are the person that's doing the stuff that you just said you weren't ready to do. That's the problem. It's not the other person.
But why can't I not do it?
If you're basically saying I just want to be friends with you, but you're acting as if like this is a relationship, like you're all on top of that person when you're out in public places. You're being really affectionate. You're doing relationship-like things, but you said that that's not
Define
what you want.
relationship type things.
So if I'm with you in the club, I'm not going to be draped all over you if you're not my nigga. Why? Because we're both single people, and other people could be a thing. Like, other people could be getting in the mix because we're just friends. But if you're sitting there trying to false claim me, and then you want to, like, kiss when you want to in public and cuddle when you want to, it's like, my nigga, didn't you just say you only want to be friends?
Last
then
night,
I'm lost.
Last
Why-
night, guess who greeted me with a kiss at the door? Beard.
And you allowed it.
I did not allow. I stopped it.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did. Because we're going to game night, and he greeted me with literally hugged me and gave me a kiss, and I was like, "Don't do that," because we're not there. I literally said that.
Because it's like, why are you kissing me if you said that we should just be friends? I don't kiss my friends.
My thing is, if motherfuckers are gonna allow,
I don't kiss my friend. Can you say that 3 times?
I don't kiss my friends. I don't kiss my friends. I don't kiss my friends.
Because
if
some of these
you
niggas
are
out here
allowing
doing it.
that, but
I've
if
done
you
it.
are allowing that for that person to tell you, oh, we're friends, I don't want to go there, blah 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 blah, and you're allowing this person to still act like, you know, to still have sex with you, to still go out with you, to still text you, to still call you or whatever, you're allowing it.
Oh yeah,
Just cut it off.
You're a part of the problem too if you're allowing it. But the thing is more so for the person who initiated it. If the other person,
But you can't really be mad at that person.
I can be mad if I'm going off what you said. If you said that you don't want to do all of this, and then I'm following suit and not allowing you to do all this, and you get upset because I'm acting as if you wanted us to act. Now you're just confused. So basically, think of it like this. Sorry to put us in a gay relationship. We're together, and you're just like, nah, I just want to be friends. But every time you see you try and kiss, and you try and do this, and I'm like, chill. We're just friends. But you're just like, what the fuck? Why are you acting different? You told me you only want to be friends.
But I don't think that's what he just said.
Kelvin, are you allowing this shit to happen? Because if you're allowing this to happen, then the argument is just like a different side of it. But essentially,
No, I have asked for boundaries.
and what do those boundaries look like?
Those boundaries, if we're gonna be friends, we need to be friends.
Before you ask for boundaries, what did it look like? Like what I
We
just said?
yeah, what you just said. But also
allowing this
yeah,
shit?
allowing it to happen. But now I also have to have an understanding with myself, because if you're gonna do this and we're gonna do this, and I need to know what this is. If this is not what I think is going, it's not leading to something else. You can't have the privileges and the rights. So you're gonna do you. Guess who I'm gonna do me. But when we're together, I guess we can do each other. But we need to figure out what that means. Because last night at the game night, I feel like I felt my future husband.
That just made no sense. How you gonna say we gonna be each other like when we're away, but when we come together we could do each other? You sound toxic yourself.
It is toxic.
This is what?
It is toxic.
And
as
everybody
fuck.
was we
Because
not
I
going to
definitely
address
feel
that?
like
That was
I
toxic.
definitely feel like last night at the game night, I definitely met someone that I definitely could, but I was at his game night. So like, what do you do?
How can you ask about friend zoning? But you just said y'all.
Well,
like, you
everybody
could do you.
took this was a whole different person.
But
that I was
look,
talking
but look,
about.
you just said
we
you could
took
do
a whole
you.
diversion.
Listen, you just
We
said
took a whole
you could do
diversion.
you. The other person could go do them. But when y'all with each other, y'all could do what y'all want to do.
Yeah.
What are you asking then?
Well, that wasn't the original topic. Like this.
But
is a whole different
now
thing.
I'm asking you. So what are you asking off of that? If with you saying that, what's
Well,
the
that's
problem?
because now I arrived to that conclusion that this is what it is. Because now we have a clear intention. My problem was when
There is no intention.
No. This is my. We have a clear understanding. But when there's not a clear understanding that we're doing this and no one said what's the end goal, what are we doing here? We're acting like this, but there's nothing that we get from this, and I don't know where this is going. That's a problem. But if we have a understanding, we have talked about this, then I'm good. But don't lead me on.
Yeah, I think it's just about clear communication. And that's been a problem for me in the past. That's why I'm able to understand the other person's point of it. And understanding both sides, where it's just like, look, you said you only want this, so act like you only want this and don't do more. Then that label allows. So, yeah, that was it for the question of the day. Okay, this If I Told You That is really short, which is good because we don't have
Had
much
5
time
minutes.
in the show. Yeah, we can do this.
Thank you for listening to us, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for finding out that I'm a co-core, and Chris doesn't like the word nigga.
Been a very detailed filled day.
And Eric hates Andrew Caldwell.
I really don't like him, but I won't go back. I really won't. Okay, it is time for If I Told You That. Oh, let me do that again because Chris's background
Coughing
vocals.
in the microphone etiquette.
Okay, today's If I Told You That is, if you took the wings off of a fly, would it be called a walk?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Get Right Radio show.
No. Because think about it. If you take the wings off a fly, would it be called a walk?
I am too hungover for this.
It can't fly anymore.
But it's still a bug. I think we would just call
But we don't call it a bug.
Well, flies are bugs.
Yeah, but we call it a fly. But if it doesn't have wings and can't fly, aren't we mislabeling it?
There are a lot of bugs that fly that we don't call fly.
So why do we call it fly and fly?
Yeah, what makes this one particular fly?
Why do we call
a
it fly and fly?
Yeah.
Did you smoke yesterday? Like, were you out yesterday too?
I mean, yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything.
Is
Like,
that what made you think of this?
if you take the wing, no, I saw this online and I was just like, what? Wow, profound. If you take the wings off of a fly, would it be called a walk? Doesn't it make sense?
It does make sense.
It makes sense.
It makes
But
perfect sense.
when you saw that, were you high?
I think so.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
Oh lordy,
These are the
lordy,
best
lordy!
I mean,
I
if you took them, I would just call it a bug. If it was
Okay.
me,
But
if I had to label it, I would just call it a bug.
But there are so many different bugs in this world.
I don't even know all the names of it. I seen the bug the other day. It looked like a piece of mold and it was moving. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Because it's like a roach is a roach, but a roach is a bug. So this fly would have to have a name. This fly would have, so it would be called a walk.
A walk.
Because it's no longer a fly, but it needs a label. It can't just be a bug, because a roach is a bug, a centipede is a bug, but they're also roaches and centipedes. Like, it's like, so what is this bug's name?
And you want to label if you had to take the wings off, like that's what you would want to label it.
I guess a walk makes sense. Because it only walks. We don't know much about this bug, but it walks.
But humans and dogs and cats and everything else walks. Fleas walk. And
Yeah, but the
But
name
other
before
bugs
it was
fly.
a fly.
Other bugs fly.
Because if it's in the bug family, it can't just be the bug.
Roaches fly.
Right, but it's a roach. Like, it's called,
Moths fly.
like, I'm black, but I'm Eric.
Butterflies.
Yeah, like, I'm black, but I'm Eric. And a roach is a bug, but it is called a roach. And a moth is a bug, but it is called a moth. So it's like, what is this one bug going to be called? And if it's not called a fly, it can't just be called a bug. Cause
Did
then
they run out of names for flies?
right? Is this just the mecca of the bug? Like, is this just
It's
the bug?
It's a fly.
So this is the baddest fucking bug on the block. Because it doesn't have any other name but bug. It's like, I don't need an extra roach. I don't need a middle maiden name. I'm just bug.
But how do
let's
we?
let's see what the like how.
How do we come up with fly? Because that's a good question. Because other bugs fly.
Right.
Was this like the first bug they seen that fly?
Right.
It was like, what is that? It's a fly because it's flying.
Yeah. I think this is a seriously
So is an
underrated
ant
question.
a walk?
Right.
Is it what?
Is an ant a walk?
Is an ant a walk?
Yeah.
Because
What
it's
do
an
you
ant, but it doesn't
It
fly.
doesn't fly.
It's an ant.
But it
But
doesn't fly.
why?
Why is it an ant?
Yes. It makes sense.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Chris, this is
So,
why you should
true
get high.
flies-
I figured out so many life's problems.
Oh, flies isn't like a fly isn't spelled FLY. It's FLIES.
Yeah.
Isn't that flies?
Yes, flies. That's plural.
That's plural.
But a fly is
It's
FLY.
Yeah.
So, but this is true flies are insects of the order Diptera. Diperta? Dipertia? Anyway, the name being derived from the Greek is so flies means two in Greek language, I guess.
Like TW or TO?
This is look.
Okay, I don't have my glasses on, so please bear with me. True flies are insects in the order Dipetria. The name being derived from the Greek word two, TWO, and Petra, which means wings. So that means two wings.
So that's where they call flies.
But if it didn't have those wings, then its whole Greek.
Yeah, the hind wings have evolved into advanced mechanosauri organisms as helitrines, which act as high-speed sensors of rotational movement and allow destriprians to perform advanced acrobatics. Destrypria is a large order of containing 100. No, that's 1 million. That's a lot of zeros. 1 million species, including horseflies, caneflies, hoverflies, and others. Although only about 125,000 species have been described. So a fly is a part of this Diptera, Diptera. So I was a Diptera or Diptera, and that's what fly comes from.
But now, if you take the wings off of it, its whole meaning makes no sense.
Whoa, Chris, where's your... Wow.
Yeah, like if you take
You
the
don't have
wings off,
unprotected sex, but you have no phone case. I don't get it.
It's a carpet.
It's the same shit.
I don't know.
You're playing with your life.
I think that's real.
I need to go get tested. You're playing with your life.
Get tested, and yeah, you should definitely get a case. And I think that a fly without wings should be called a walk. But that was
On that note,
Yeah.
it is 12 o'clock.
it is. So you know, I think at this moment
Know
we
your status.
we've know your status.
Wear a condom.
Think about the shit that's going on around you. Not necessarily everyone's use of the word nigga, but like if you see a roach or an ant or fly, like think about it. Why
Don't think about it.
do I call this? Like, be more in tune with the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you know, it's the same thing about like how like what's the word I can think of?
I think
what's a word that has two different meanings?
throne.
Oh,
Yeah, like that. For example, like why do we have two different meanings for one word? Like why?
Like
why
the
can't-
hyperbola.
Like why don't we
Is that
call
a
a throne
hyperbole?
something else? Because if we say
no,
throne,
it's a homophobe.
Homophobe.
because if we say
Phone.
throne like I thrown a ball. Because if we say throne like I thrown a ball,
Yeah.
like why are we saying the king sits on the throne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Or
why
I was
why can't
thrown
it
off.
just mean
Yeah.
too many? I don't know.
Maybe it was like two different areas that
I
were just
re-
like, I'm gonna label this a throne, but then they got over here and they was like, you call this throne, but we over here know this is throne.
Yeah.
Well, we're not changing it. So what do you want to do?
What do you want to do? I think it just hit me. I think we should change how we do Where Are We Now.
How so?
I feel like Where Are We Now should now be a recap of what the fuck just happened during the show. And where are we now that we have now arrived at this moment.
That's real.
No one can say the N-word unless you black.
Absolutely. Andrew Caldwell is a fucking
Andrew Caldwell is canceled.
Yeah, period.
Flies
Yeah,
are
ridiculous
weird.
jokes.
I'm a Kokor.
Absolutely.
Chris is a hoe.
Yeah.
I'm not a hoe.
Know your status.
Know your
Yeah, know
status.
your status.
As always,
I feel like that's how. I think that's
I think
how.
that's good.
Where are we now seeing now?
that way we make sure everyone got all the most important notes from the show.
Yeah. From now on,
Yeah.
I.
I.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Chris has been wanting to change
Because no one
it.
fucking cares if we're excited about.
Nobody cares. People don't even know what they're doing after the show. Like, so it's
I
best
told
that
you
we just,
we should just stop doing Where Are You Now?
Yeah, but I like the recap. At
Here's
least
the
it brings
recap.
it
Where
back.
are we now?
It brings
This
it
is
back.
this is the recap. Where are we now?
Yeah. As always, guys, you can find me on social media at The World According to Eric, on Facebook and Twitter, Eric Devante, and Snapchat at Picasso_3.
And you can find me, Cardi B. You can find Kelvin Unique at Kelvinology. That's KelvinOlogY. You can, if you look at my Insta story, you probably can see why I'm lit.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at cccaw_. And as always, guys, I hope y'all got right.
That's right. Get it right or get lit. The
Bitch.
fuck?
Get right.
Get right or
better
get
get
left.
right.
You better leave that coffee long.
Yeah, get some NyQuil. Fly without wings is a walk.